already know who I am. I'm not going to reintroduce myself. The current reigning, the all this, that, and the third, Miss Vanessa Vanjie Mateo.
I got you. That's all I want. I won't forget. That's a whole lot. I don't go out. Not now that you're in. Sometimes we shout, but that's no problem. I don't know why sometimes I get frightened.
The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers presents Monsterhearts with Desiree Valdez as the MC.
Tell me you're not lying.
Although all of our episodes come with an explicit content warning, please be aware that Monsterhearts encourages players to explore particularly dark aspects of their characters. In other words, this is our equivalent of a premium cable TV series. You've been warned.
Oh, hi. Hello, hi. What's going on with you?
Well, we do have a couple. We've been off for a couple.
Well.
So we've got a couple.
What,
things.
really?
They've been piling up.
They have.
Wow. I'm impressed.
Mm-hmm. So,
I'm
Surprised.
We'll see. I'll be disappointed soon, I'm sure.
Not until we like that story handle.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god. I didn't ask for this.
I didn't ask for any of this. We'll see about that.
All right. So we got
my
a couple.
goodness.
Sorry,
You
got
okay,
some
Sophie?
sesame sticks in my mouth,
Wow.
in my throat.
What? What the hell's happening
They're
here?
in my mouth, and they got into my throat.
Oh, you're gonna eat one now as
As
you're about
we
to
said,
talk?
I'm
Just a
joking
bit
on one of
between
these.
cheek
Jesus.
Just a bit
Have a
between cheek and
sippy.
gum.
Have a sip. We need water.
No, that's true. Okay.
Alright, Kermit.
So we got a couple new Patreon.
I love it! I think you should do that every week.
Agreed. Votes in favor. Aye. Ayes have the floor.
Sorry, Des.
I'm too close. I'm too close
All
to it.
opposed.
I don't have a vote.
You're abstaining.
I'm abstaining.
Anyway, so we got
It's a great impersonation.
we got a couple new. Well, one new patron, one returning patron. So
A returning? Oh, because they heard us say that last
I
time.
guess so.
Because they just wanted their name mentioned.
So we've got Jason Ortleff as a new patron.
What?
Yay,
Jason?
welcome.
And Carlton Gordon returns.
Carlton!
Yay, Carlton.
Duck.
Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Our duck bro.
Mm-hmm.
Aw,
And then-
I love Carlton.
We had a new review.
Oh.
Now this is from Calvin Boyce, who was a new patron last time.
Oh.
And he leaves a 5-star review
Ooh,
saying,
wow.
"Keep it up. I've been
Trying.
listening to the show since the Giovanni Chronicles,
Yay! That's a great place to start.
Oh, yeah.
but I've never been inclined to write a review until now.
Oh.
Surprisingly, it was the Monsterhearts campaign that finally put me over the top.
Surprisingly.
Yay.
This stuff is better than cable, and features some of the most metal scenes I've ever witnessed in a tabletop RPG.
No shit, right?
Yeah.
Jesus. We're scared ourselves.
Yeah, I know!
And it's all created by you all. So.
I leave. I walk out the door and I'm like, what have I done?
I've created a monster. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, that's the point.
That's how you know you're doing it right.
Yeah.
I also appreciate how all the players and Game Master collaborate to ensure everyone is getting the most out of their character. With the actual play genre rapidly growing, it's
wow.
always good to find a gem like this in the increasingly bloated field. Keep up the good work, and thanks for all the feels.
Calvin, you are a man among men.
Hit the vuvuzela.
That's right. Oh, yeah. If only we need one like like in here.
Yes,
I feel
a
like,
real one.
especially having some of those like a sitcom where it's like the laugh track and like,
Yeah.
like it's like a TV show.
I
Yeah.
wish I had a soundboard like
And,
that.
It can't be that expensive.
I just have to put up tabs of like the sound effect every time, and
It's tough.
it's hard
I
to,
can speak from
to
experience.
manage.
There might be though like a one-page soundboard that's
Let me look it up.
I just
right
want to
now.
purchase a Vuvuzela and play it.
Then do it. The power is yours, Jen.
Oh my god, I'm gonna do it!
Oh, yes! Yes, do
There's
it!
gotta be somebody on eBay who's selling
Yes.
Like the beginning of that Charlie Ray Jepsen.
I really want you to get like one though that's like it was like
Wait.
bugled at an important soccer match somewhere.
Okay.
And, it's
It's gotta have a
auspicious.
history.
Yeah.
Wait, will this
See what I can
suffice
do.
for now? Wait, no, well, not that one. Okay,
I
this
mean,
one. How
that's
about
fine
wait?
with
Wait,
that.
will this suffice for now?
No.
Just let it. No.
Yeah, that's good.
That's Lucian's theme song. Is it not?
That's my sound cue every time I walk
Yeah.
on.
Every time you walk on, then this.
Everybody's heart goes, oh Jesus.
Yeah, then we hear.
That's an undeniable
this?
saxophone.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm going to get that on my phone here, Alice.
That's your Lucian ringtone.
Ah, yes.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
All right. That's
All
enough
right.
of that. That's too modern. We're not. That's not what
Okay, Nyan
You're
Cat.
taking me out. You're taking me out.
Next.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
oh,
sorry.
oh, oh.
I'm sorry.
I'm going back in.
Oop. No.
No?
Okay.
No?
Are you sure?
We are where
We
we,
could?
need to be.
Oh
Anyway,
my God.
so that was
I'm already
it.
having too much fun.
So you're
Yeah.
free to light it up.
Free to live, man.
Spark it up.
Get lit.
Mm-hmm. Should I... There you go. Should I talk about Watchtower while you're getting the match together? You know, what we were talking about earlier?
No, wink, wink.
Sure. I don't even remember what it is. So go.
The scenario. we're
Why?
talking about.
Why would you bring it up?
I should talk about that?
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yes. This is every day.
Plotting.
I forget a lot of things.
There's a lot in there.
Like Dory.
Mhm.
Not a lot of free RAM anymore.
That's how this is with Alexander too. Where he, like I told you on 3 separate occasions.
Right.
And then he'll also forget. He'll like start telling us, and I'm like, yeah, I know. And he's like, what? I've told you. I'm like 4 times, like recently.
Oh no.
It's even more
Well.
embarrassing for him as we go out to dinner party and start the story, and I can finish it better than he can.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So when are the nuptials?
Yes. So when will that be
Sounds
happening?
very serious.
It does.
Yeah.
So describe this scenario. Describe the thing. Remind
Okay.
everybody what we played before and how
Right.
amazing that was.
So, Jade, I don't think you were there for Jen's
I
big
don't think
voodoo.
so.
No, it was
Yeah.
not.
Alright.
But Renae, you were. That was the one with the Heinleins and Philip K. Dick.
Oh,
Remember that
yeah.
one?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so this is from the same author.
Robert. Yeah, and Jimmy.
Yeah. So this is from the same author. It's a Trail of Cthulhu scenario. So Jen is going. It's not published yet, but it's out in playtest. So I think I can hopefully get a
Yeah, you
copy
can
of
get
it.
it.
And then
Yeah.
Jen's
Get it.
Oh, yeah.
Jen's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
buy it.
but you can't get it. No.
No.
I refuse to believe.
Your connections? Come on.
So,
They're like, please no, take it, take
Yeah,
it.
exactly. They'll be begging you.
Exactly.
anyway, same author. So this is called All Along the Watchtower. It is set at the 1968 Democratic National Convention.
Whoa!
It
The,
gets better.
the pre-
1968?
Yes! Chicago.
Chicago.
Whoa!
The pre-generated characters are Hunter S. Thompson,
Oh! Oh, you already claimed that.
Yep.
feminist poet Robin Morgan,
Ooh.
Hillary Rodham,
You.
Whoa!
Yeah, I can see that. I'd vouch for that.
Yeah? Yeah, okay.
co-founder of the
I'm with her.
Students for Democratic Society, Todd Gitlin, Jimi Hendrix,
Whoa!
and in town for business as an insurance adjuster, E. Gary Gygax. So, so we will be playing that.
Yes!
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Cannot wait. We'll see ultimately who we play.
Yeah.
Who knows?
I'm not going to force Renae to play Hillary Rodham.
No, I'd love to.
I thought.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
would.
Yeah, sounds
Clinton.
great.
Free Clinton.
I'll
Oh, right,
bring
there's
the
no
glasses. I'll find some
Oh,
the frames.
yes.
Yes! Oh, the Judy Collins hair.
Yes!
my god.
Guys, it's also pre-power suit.
Is it?
Ooh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, you get the gingham.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or sweater similar
Saber
to that.
strip. Saber
yeah.
strip.
Hey, there we go.
Saber
Yeah,
strip!
Sabers, yeah.
We're gonna LARP it.
We'll start. Oh my
Well,
god.
no, but I would love to randomize like who gets what, and we'll just do our best. with
Yeah.
what we get.
Well, I'd like
Well,
a
there's a
crack-
certain
I'd like
amount
a
of-
crack Gygax.
Randomization versus, I don't know. Those are
Assignment?
such like characters.
Yeah.
I think that if someone's really feeling it,
Mhm.
I agree.
then it should be channeled because
Yeah.
it will be done well.
Right.
Alright.
I think in terms of randomization, that's like all well and good.
Yeah.
When it's like a very level playing field, but yeah.
Or if
like,
it's just like you're a bunch of kids.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
Yeah.
then it doesn't
no,
matter.
exactly. It's all just like, I don't know, you made them
But this is an opportunity to really have a role.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
How did we
To inhabit
how did we
roles.
divvy them up last time? Just whatever spoke to us in the moment.
What
Trying
did
to
they
remember.
do?
Yeah.
I think it was like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think I was just like, oh, are you gonna be like the mage or the thief? Like, you know.
Mhm.
Right,
oh, yeah,
right.
randomize that
This is
shit.
very specific. But in that way, you actually could separate them out in that way. Or in a Trail of Cthulhu, whatever the default,
An
like
archetype?
investigator roles, that would be
Mhm.
kind of fit into that. I think that would be actually helpful.
That would be interesting.
Guidance.
To angle it.
Mm-hmm. Just to kind of ground it a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm hobbling toward the...
Oh, I can't
I'm
wait.
thinking my little thoughts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds pretty phenomenal.
It does, doesn't it?
It's been too long since Jen has run the game for me.
I know.
Indeed.
Well, I had an idea, but this is a better idea.
Oh, but...
You can never have too many things up your sleeve.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Because you never know what'll fit.
Right.
Up that sleeve?
Right.
That's
Ah.
Oops. There's a bird up there.
All right.
All right.
All right.
So, category... Oh!
What?
You all saw the Miss Vanjie,
Yes!
You watched the Miss Vanjie video, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh.
God.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have to
twice.
edit. I have to edit that sound clip.
Yeah.
Can you edit that to make it sound better? Like it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
Scissors.
Edit that to make it
Did you
sound
edit
make
that? Oh
sense.
yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can you edit that to make sense? That's what I love. I love that.
Yep.
Where are the scissors?
Mm.
Are there none in there?
Not in here.
Brilliant.
I could like dig around, but that just
No,
seems like I'm
there's-
asking for disaster.
Probably.
Yeah, it's pretty precarious.
Yeah, somewhere where you can sit on them.
Right. Oh,
I found
Henry.
it. That's really right. Yep.
Feel the sensation.
Of DIY.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
All right.
Okay.
This is but a flesh wound.
Tis what?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
All right, category is... Does anyone have any categories?
I thought you had one in mind.
Oh no, category is hospital episode.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
Mm.
Meh, 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 meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
Thinking
You
of
didn't
the
trim the
house
cover.
or something.
No. What up?
What the heck? What do I hire you for?
I don't know. It looks interesting in a limp dick sort of way.
That's right. Flaccid member sort of
Lifting
way.
is never interesting.
You know what? That's how I like them.
I know. But for me in my house...
I know. For you in your house,
No.
you shall
In this house.
you shall serve the wang.
Alright, that's a good
Yeah,
one.
it looks
Right.
properly upright now.
And we're on.
With some gentle guidance.
Due diligence illustrations.
It got fluffed into existence. Yep.
Damn, we're too cool.
I declare this game session fluff.
Yes.
We're getting there.
Yes.
Fluff me.
One of our friends actually got hit on at a bar by a guy who just came up to her and went, "Fluff me."
Are you kidding me?
No,
Oh,
no.
that's just
That's a better
gross.
story. That's not the version of it, though.
Oh, wow.
It's a version, different version.
But he would come into the library and we would call him the fluffer. Because he would come around again. So he's just like, the fluffer's here. I was like, ugh.
But she met him at a bar, right?
Wait, this is a woman that he said that to?
Yes.
Oh no.
You might want to cut this out.
Why?
We're not giving any
Nobody can
identifying
handle
details.
it.
Anyway, but yeah, he was called the fluffer. Because we would see him and I would... Anyway. That's it. It's just
Well, that's
stuff that you
just
do in your
rude.
20s.
Yeah.
Alright.
Is it?
Fluffing people.
I-
You identify people and you're like, the fluffer. Like, it's that guy. You know, like...
the fluffer nutter?
Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense? Can you edit that to make sense?
Alright, anyway.
So let's segue into actually playing.
Rock and roll.
So hospital episode.
Right.
So you know.
Oh, you were
when-
serious?
I was
Okay.
definitely
Yes.
serious.
Oh,
This is
okay.
real.
So when, you know, when you're watching a series and you're like, oh my god, they're getting the finale. I can feel it. I can
Grey's
feel.
Anatomy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's happening.
And then suddenly, there's this episode out of nowhere that's just totally random that you're just like, why are they doing this episode right now? It's like right before all this other shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's out of the story arc.
Right.
And yet it may have some plot points that get explored and
It may.
discovered.
Yeah.
So,
It's the special.
that's right. So I wanted to do a variation on that where I will set the stage for you.
Alright.
So were there any, before we do that, were there any loose ends or other things, questions, thoughts, ideas? Hi, Doug. Were there any other thoughts or questions or ideas that you had that you want to let me know about? And you can still think about it.
There is. I'm hatching an egg, but
Okay.
I might be able to make it work within the confines of a hospital episode.
Yeah, okay.
If we're all going to be in.
Oh, yeah.
Are
So
we
we
all
will.
going to be there?
We may. I will unfurl it in just 2 seconds.
AKA the producers had access to the set from
Right.
nurses
Right.
and
Yeah.
decided to
$50.
make use of it.
$50 a day, so
exactly.
you got
There you
to,
go.
really.
To write an episode around it.
Dr. Sexy. Dr. Sexy.
Colleen's in trouble.
Okay.
Oh, and Nix isn't here. Unless he's
Right. So Nix isn't here. That we will weave that into.
Figure that out.
Oh,
weave that
yeah.
into.
Yeah.
So I have a study session scheduled with Rachel, or I'm trying to
do that.
Yeah.
Oh, good luck. I'm cracking that safe.
All right. So let's see here. Just want to make sure the music isn't too distracting.
Put a good level.
Okay. All right. So
Oh, and who's Uncle Alan?
Uncle Alan is your uncle who
Okay.
works at the local, Howard Johnson's that your parents run.
Oh,
So he's like
right.
the manager at the restaurant.
Thanks. Okay,
And
yes.
So, and so he helped out Nix when Nix was found sleeping in the restaurant
Yeah.
one weekend
Okay.
because his house was for sale. So
All right.
it is Wednesday before the week of Wednesday before the Spring Fling.
Right.
You are all in the hospital
Whoa.
for
What?
different reasons.
Right.
I want to find out what those reasons are.
Wow.
And it is a half day. There was a half day at school.
Mm-hmm.
So, because the Spring Fling's coming up, so people are kind of rushing around. So it's definitely around 12:30 or 1. And you all happen to be at the hospital. Now, the hospital in town, this is a typical kind of rural hospital. So it doesn't have all of the different, it may not be as well outfitted as a usual, more metropolitan hospital. But it's the main, it's the main place where people go, to get care, treatment, etc.
Yeah.
There's a couple primary clinics in town, but the hospital's a kind of a main hub. They have an emergency room, but again, very limited in terms of supplies and staff. So it's Wednesday afternoon, and you are all in this hospital. What's the name of the hospital, Lucian?
Wait, what's the name of our town again? I'm sorry.
Great Cliff.
Great Cliff. Yes.
Great Cliff.
So
Great club. So it's it's a Catholic town.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be a saint of some sort.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Who's the one who had her head chopped off?
A lot of them did.
Did Bridget? Did Bridget have her head
Let's
chopped off?
double check.
Yesterday was St. Bridget's Day.
Was it?
That may be
I
what's
think it
on
might have been.
it.
Yeah.
And then
Let's
both
double
Yeah,
hands.
check.
that's in bulk. Yeah. Was that yesterday or is that today?
That was the second, right?
yesterday.
yeah, that's
so-
yeah.
We'll see. There you go.
The time goes by so fast.
Mhm.
Let's stop dragging.
Okay.
I saw a thing yesterday. There was some Celtic god who would always make it nice on in bulk so that people wouldn't go out to gather firewood, so that he could get all the firewood for himself.
Crafty little
And
thing.
then he'd be like, "Winter's back."
It's so real though, right? That's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, well.
Fooled you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm eating more firewood this year.
I don't think she was.
No, St. Bridget.
Well, let's go for it anyway. St. Bridget's.
St. Bridget's.
St. Bridget's
Okay. St. Bridget Hospital.
Hospital. Yeah.
But with a D at the end or a T?
T.
All right,
Bridget of Sweden.
fine.
All right, so that was the first Catholic elementary school I went to.
Oh, wow.
Oh. The first Catholic elementary school?
So,
First of many.
no, it's not. We moved once, and then I switched schools once.
It's more dramatic if you say you got kicked out.
No. Drama. So St. Bridget Hospital. St. Bridget's.
Yeah.
That's funny. Are there female saint names that? Because I always think of like St. Joseph's Hospital.
Sure.
St.
What?
Mark's.
Yeah, I don't know,
St.
actually.
Michael's.
Hospitals
There's
named
St.
after
Mary's.
St.
Yeah.
Mary, she's the
Yeah.
big one.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
So St. Bridget's Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born into St. Mary's Hospital.
Okay. So
It's a thing.
it's a thing.
Very good.
All right. So you're all in this hospital for various reasons,
Yeah.
either on purpose or accidentally. I would like to know why. So,
Oh God.
Well, I have the hospital listed as one of my feeding places.
I know. So
I'm out. Fans out.
fan is out.
Hands up.
So Morgan, let's talk about the reason. You seem to know why you're there.
Yeah.
So you are there. So what brought you to the hospital on Wednesday in the afternoon?
In the afternoon, yes, because I volunteer there on a regular basis.
That's right.
And I volunteer to do things that no one else wants to do.
Like what?
Palliative care.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah.
They let you do that?
Yeah. Because at least at these hours,
Mm-hmm.
right, when people are up, nobody wants to be there at between midnight and 3 a.m.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So.
But we're here at 12:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just saying this is why I'm usually there.
Okay. Oh,
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right.
It's an established relationship.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, that's right. Maybe I was asked there just because one of the other candy stripers quit,
Oh, okay.
you know, and so can you imagine?
What's their name?
Like throwing her little hat on the ground.
Yeah. Why did she quit? What did she tell you?
Yeah. So maybe someone came in with severe lacerations, and she wasn't supposed to be sent to that room because candy stripers do the,
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff, right? But someone sent her in and said, just go bring the doctor in the room some bandages and don't look at the patient. But she did.
No.
Yeah, and so this person had severe wounds. Let's say.
Where were they?
Let's say, is there like a recovery? I should know this because my sister works in a hospital, but like right outside the emergency room.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this person's just recovering from being triaged or not triaged.
So they
What
basically
comes right
just
after triage?
the
the treatment.
They,
Like they've,
they admitted them. They admitted them into the hospital because
yeah,
they need.
but
like,
they don't have a
more-
room for this person yet.
So they're just kind of on the gurney waiting.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, but they've been
They're
torn up.
stabilized. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's,
Right.
yeah.
But
It
critical.
looks like this person was attacked by a bear or
Wolves. I heard you.
lacerations, you say. Yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, gee.
All right. And so she
So I
saw.
don't know,
So
but-
she saw them.
yeah, and she said, I just can't do this
She
anymore,
lost it.
and she
She
left,
just
and so
Oh.
oh no, who's somebody that we know who could come, you know, the last
Help out?
minute and
Yeah.
would not be bothered by this.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, we
Okay.
know somebody. Morgan. Yes.
Okay.
And I, happily came
Did they
in.
like page you? He's
Ah,
on a page.
wait, what? It's the 80s, right? Were there pagers then?
I think
Yeah,
there
there
were.
were.
I mean,
Well, okay.
in our time period, yeah. I mean, so you have
We're
a
playing
pager.
loosey goosey.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think your parents got you one because they want to know where you all are at all times, and
Oh,
so they're
yeah,
going to call you and
yeah.
bug you. So you call them and be like, "I'm at whatever. I'm
Yeah.
at the hospital now."
Yeah.
So yeah, so you were paged to start a shift at the hospital
Yes.
by your friend.
Yeah.
Was she a friend of yours?
Oh, not really.
But she felt that she could tell you like I saw this like crazy wounds.
Yes. Yeah. She
So
could.
you know about it.
And how
Yeah.
did you react to that when you heard about it?
Oh.
Did it inspire you in any way?
Oh,
or-
It did pique my hunger a bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Intriguing.
Gaping wound, you say.
I need a closer look at this.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So you usually are at the hospital like at very late hours, like on the weekends.
Yes,
What
yeah.
would make sense for like a student to?
Right. Yeah.
They'd allow us
I
to-
try not to, be too too obvious.
Right.
So I say, yeah, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And parents won't let me do it on Sunday, so
Yeah. Right.
keep
Okay.
up appearances.
That's right.
Like,
Okay.
Student, and I see.
All right.
Yeah.
Lucian,
Mm-hmm.
why are you at the hospital? You still thinking?
I've got a few ideas.
Let's just throw them out here and see what's
Workshop
best.
them.
Yeah.
It's workshop. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's either there because he secretly volunteers at the hospital. Right? But he doesn't want anybody
Yeah.
to know.
Okay.
Right?
That's
Okay.
interesting. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, let's go with
You
that.
want to go with that?
Yeah.
Well, you can feed off of a lot of stuff at the hospital.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a
So
lot of
we're
suffering
both there for feeding. Look at us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sickos.
But I never knew you volunteered there because
Right.
I'm there late at night
Yeah.
and you're
I
there
keep it
Yeah.
up. I also like
through the
to
day
keep
when
it
people
under
are
wraps.
awake and suffering.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
Yeah.
I carry around some straight pins in my lapel and test people's reflexes. You know.
What? What? Why? Do you really do that?
Yeah. You know, if they're like comatose, you know, just to kind of like see if there's a reaction. Stick a pin in them
Why?
just to see
Just to see if they
what
react.
happens.
I mean, you saw it on PBS once, and apparently it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, would it be true that maybe you have an arrangement with the hospital, like in terms of like volunteer time, and that you would have some time off from school, like for an hour or two to volunteer, and so people like your guidance counselor knows this.
It's an arrangement through the guidance counselor. I do X number of hours a month, but it's kind of like dependent on me, like how I portion it out. Because it's just like stuff that I can just do without, you know, supervision. So I don't know what that might be.
What you can do without supervision?
Yeah.
I would
Folding
say,
blankets.
yeah, I would say
Yeah.
like orderly type things.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you would be taking inventory of supply cabinets. You'd make sure that you would make sure that the treatment rooms have like the really basic stuff, nothing specialized, but like cotton balls, swabs,
Yeah, your bedpans.
gowns, masks.
Well,
yeah,
probably like
bedpans.
also in the examination rooms.
Exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah. So like in those various places,
Yeah.
you would be stocking stuff, paper towels.
Yeah.
You know, really basic things.
Really
Soap. Yeah.
Because this is like you said, this is just a little county hospital.
Well, there's that, but you're a teenager, and like they wouldn't.
Well, I
give
was
you
just
anything
gonna
more.
just gonna say it's a county hospital, so their custodial staff's probably like 2 people.
Right.
Oh,
so
yeah.
they're
Yeah.
busy, you know, mopping up and doing like the really
Electrical maintenance.
important stuff, and so they don't really
Sanitizing.
have someone to go around refilling the hand soap dispensers and that
Exactly.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Might it be probationary type work?
I wondered about that actually. Yeah.
Some type of
For truancy.
Mm-hmm.
some type of
Yeah.
public service type assignment.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, you realize that you enjoy doing it, which is
Mhm.
why you keep coming back.
Exactly.
That you have a steady supply.
Yeah, I actually fulfilled the truancy requirement like months ago, but I'm still coming
Still
in.
showing up.
Yeah.
Okay. Who do you report to?
Probably the head custodian.
Who are they?
Oh God, it's Willie's cousin.
Oh no.
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 Could be. It's Will.
No, keep it Will.
Was it
No,
Will?
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah.
Billy and
Billy
Billy,
and
right?
Billy.
Billy.
Billy and Will.
Daryl.
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 Cousin Daryl sounds pretty.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's a.
And then his brother Harold.
It's a French Canadian
What?
guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Grew up in the backwoods
Jean-Luc.
of Quebec. Yeah, Jean-Luc. Let's call him Jean-Luc.
Yeah. So he's French Canadian.
He's French Canadian. Yeah.
Okay.
And
so
so
do you
into the Howard Johnsons and like harass everyone asking why they don't serve poutine?
Exactly. Oh my God.
They very well might.
I wonder if he'd go there. So Jean-Luc, how old is he?
He is aged.
Oh, he's old.
He's in his 50s, but he looks like he is much older.
Oh.
Okay. Do you like him?
His parents raised him on goat's milk, so his bones never formed.
He's rickets.
Yes. He's
No,
rickety.
he's like a.
He's rickety.
Oh yeah. His
And
bones
he
are
walks
soft.
with like a swaying gait. You
Oh
know?
God.
Because his hips are just kind of
Like
slipping back
Jello.
and forth.
Does he
X-card.
have all his fingers?
Huh?
Would he have all his
Yeah,
fingers?
that's a good question.
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
No.
Has he told you a story about how he lost one of them?
He's like the Joker. He has a different story every time for how he lost
What's
his
the
fingers.
one that sticks out to you the most that you think might be the real one?
Definitely the wood chipper, you know. But he always embellishes it. Like he claims that his hand got sucked into the wood chipper and then it spat his fingers out at the other end and you could see him flying through the air.
And they reattached some of them, but not all of them.
Right, exactly, yeah.
I think he views you as like a kindred spirit.
Interesting.
All right.
Always calls me boy.
Yeah, that's right.
A little schadenfreude.
Yeah. All right.
Really?
So, okay, so you're reporting in for your volunteer work
Yes.
at the hospital.
Yes.
What are you wearing? I'm just kind of curious.
Well, I don't know. Do they require any kind of scrubs or uniform?
There's an apron. But
Yeah,
I don't know if
I
that
think-
was from before the 80s or not.
I think an apron would be suitable. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Jean-Luc probably wears like a coverall
Yeah.
kind of thing,
Sure.
but he has like just like an apron for you. So no jacket. Take your jacket off.
Right, jacket's
Yeah.
off.
Those buttons will get in the way.
Right.
No
And
jewelry on the
No
hands,
jewelry.
right?
Yeah,
or
take
anything
off. Yeah,
like
so
that.
you know
yeah.
the the procedure.
Yeah.
Take off the spiked glove watch or spiked wristwatch.
Yeah.
And any earrings you have too. He's like,
Right.
you'd be surprised. Patients will just come and rip them out of your
Right,
earlobe.
right.
Look at my earlobe.
Yeah.
Look how scarred it is.
Look at this earlobe, boy.
I had an earring once. He probably didn't.
Yeah.
Alright. So you're just like,
It's
why
just-
are you showing your
It's just when
ear?
a weasel, jumped him in the woods one time.
Weasels. Weasels will do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got jumped by a weasel.
They'll bite you.
Oh, god damn, they will.
Eyes like a doll's eye.
They'll rip your flesh.
They
Yeah,
will.
they love it.
Oh yeah, they just love killing. So, like Corey.
Oh, yeah.
Parent.
I had a ferret. Yeah.
No, this is related. Somebody on my Facebook who lives in Maine had a chicken coop, and
Oh.
during the recent snowstorm,
Yeah.
went out to check on his chickens. Every one of them dead, but not eaten.
Oh, so they
Why?
froze
And
or
no,
something?
throats ripped open,
Weaselry?
and the chicken coop was locked up tight because of the snowstorm.
Right.
Couldn't see any tracks because of the snow.
Right.
But some other people who were in the know were like, yeah, weasels will do that. They'll just break into a chicken coop and kill just for the pleasure of it and leave.
Oh
That's
my
right.
gosh.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So,
Yeah.
and that was in Maine. So,
Oh,
we
there you go.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Wow.
It's a
That's
real
that.
thing.
So,
Yeah.
what's Colleen's relationship with weasels in this neck of the woods?
Yeah.
Mm.
Neck of
Are
the
there wereweasels?
Where weasels?
Wereweasels.
Yeah.
There's a wereweasel clan again,
Oh, that's
looking
actually
like the
more terrifying because
like the coils.
shrink, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it's so
Yeah.
Hitchcock.
But
It is.
like a wolf weasel? Like there's no human component to a wereweasel. Right?
Yeah,
no, the were is the man
The
part.
where is the man? Yeah, the
So
where
be
is
a
the
man weasel?
half part.
Ew.
Maybe in the deep woods.
The big coils again. Like coils.
They all have very long necks.
Right.
With big Adam's apples
Yes.
bobbing up
Oh,
and down.
no.
Even the women.
Oh yeah.
Stop it.
Faces.
Yeah.
Gross.
Okay, well, that's a good question.
Uh,
So, but we'll get to you in a second. So,
Fine.
Lucian, so you're getting ready to start your shift. You're
Putting on
washing
my
your
apron.
hands,
Yeah.
washing your hands and nails, and you
Yeah.
probably wear gloves too.
Oh, well, I don't know. This is. Yeah.
They
I
were
guess
still
so.
wearing gloves.
What?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've seen some old footage of like first responders. Nobody's wearing gloves.
From the 80s?
Yeah,
Yeah.
90s even.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
you're not wearing gloves.
Before HIV became like a big
That's
deal,
right.
it was
That's
just
exactly
like,
right. I was
"Hey,
thinking
just
about
wash your
that the
hands.
other
It's not that
night.
big a
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Alright.
it's crazy. Anyway,
Okay.
There we go.
No.
That's a no.
That's
it's
enough.
new.
But you are washing your hands.
of course.
Of course.
Yes, and the Jergens.
Uh-huh. That's right. You want to keep them soft for
Mhm.
God only knows what. Alright.
For me.
So,
Oh
somebody.
my god.
for somebody. So, Colleen. You were
Yes,
in the
that's me.
That's you.
Yes.
You were in this hospital.
Right.
Why?
You know why?
Share with the group.
Share with the class.
Yes.
I have staked this joint for weeks now.
Mm.
I'm sneaking in the back through the morgue. They don't lock the door in the morgue.
That's
Yeah.
weird.
I'm
Why
sneaking-
do you think that is?
I don't know. I guess they don't care. I guess that you need to get in. You need to get in.
Yeah.
Nobody really thinks of it that way, I guess.
Like they're not going
They
anywhere.
don't care.
The bodies aren't going anywhere.
Right?
So you'd think they'd want to be really secure with making sure the bodies are safe.
Unless someone
From whom?
someone is
But for whatever
making
reason.
sure that
Yeah.
it stays unlocked.
Just like taped over.
There's some medical tape, the textured medical tape just drew. It's like,
Yep.
What the hell?
who did that? So it's unlocked.
You can find
again.
out, see who's in charge of keeping it locked.
Yes, I should know that from watching it.
Who do you think it is?
Who is in charge of the morgue? Not the Undertaker, not the
mortician,
because
no.
he's in charge of his own
He
private
processes
business.
stuff. Yeah.
This is another person. I don't know. Mr. Maloney? Is this a guy?
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So he would be in charge. He would just be the director of the morgue.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you probably know him pretty well.
Yes.
Oh, Bill? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not another Bill.
Yes,
Bill
another
Maloney.
Bill. Bill Maloney.
God damn it.
William is a fine name.
It's a fine Christian name.
You're almost called Willie.
I was.
Yeah.
What? For
Yeah.
real?
Parents
Yeah.
almost named him Willie.
Willie.
Just Willie. Not William.
Not William.
Just
No,
Willie.
I
No.
mean, parents make terrible decisions about
It was
God.
my great-grandfather. Willie.
Uh-huh.
But it was Willie McNeil,
Right?
which I think sounds
Sounds
better.
cool. That's
Yeah,
badass sounding.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Willie
died.
Larkins.
He died from pneumonia because he was a circuit riding preacher and he was out in the rain.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
That's,
That's
the word.
pretty badass.
that's pretty badass, but
Yeah.
that's no reason to name your kid Willie.
No. Not really. Okay.
Bullet dodge.
So Bill Maloney is the morgue director, and for whatever reason, you've deduced that he's the one who's keeping this door unlocked.
That's right.
So you slip in, and you are here to do something. You find the
Well-
time is right now to do it?
I have a moment to do it, so I'm going to do it.
You have a moment? it's on
This
your
has
list
been
of
way
things to
too long. Yes, it's my little list. I'm checking it
It's
off.
been about probably, I don't know, maybe
A month. It
7
feels like
days.
forever.
No, it's
Your
only been a
bucket
couple
list, come on.
days.
It's my bucket list, yeah.
Get into this hospital and make some,
Fuck shit up.
yeah. So,
So,
What do you
I'm
have in
doing-
mind?
What I'm doing here today, and the reason why I'm sneaking in the back door of the morgue,
is Omar with you?
no.
Okay. What
I'm
did you
this is
tell
secret
him?
from Omar. I'm ashamed of this whole operation.
Oh.
I don't want anybody to know I'm doing this.
Well, he asked you why. Why can't I come with you? I want to be with you.
because
Babe.
I have
Babe,
to take care.
babe.
Babe.
I have some private business that I need to take care of.
You're gonna keep it private from me?
Yes,
Why is that?
because I'm not proud of it. Just let me handle this. Let me handle this. Give me an hour.
All right. So let's do a roll here. Let's do a roll.
What is this?
Oh,
shutting
yeah.
him down?
Shutting him down, yeah.
mhm.
Yeah.
Roll with a code.
Let's do it up. Yeah. What's your cold?
I don't know. I'm figuring that out right now. We're at a -1.
We're at a -1, Bob.
And we're at a -1.
Ooh.
Hey, there
I
you
got
go.
an
There you go.
You got an 8.
Yeah, nice.
All told, it's an 8.
It's a okay. So keeping shutting him down. Okay,
Right,
so
I
you
don't-
choose. Okay, so you get to choose one from below, but you come across poorly. And see, this goes with the hex that's currently in effect, that is yet to be lifted.
Excellent facts.
That yeah, and what? And so like you get to yeah. So you come across poorly.
Yes, I do.
Okay,
Which is so typical of
and
me.
they give you a condition in return. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a condition on this. So you're saying this? I like private. Like this is private.
Right.
Like this has nothing to do with you. It's your business, your personal space. Okay. so this is let's see here. Come across poorly, give you a condition in return. So
I mean, there's one that leaps to mind.
what? What
leads
is
to
it,
mind?
please?
Secretive.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 Secretive.
Secretive.
You're secretive.
Yes.
Put that down. Your condition. That's your condition.
That's something you can leverage. That we all can
And
leverage.
so, what do you choose? So, do they lose? Does Omar lose a string on you? Do you gain one on him?
Ooh.
Does he gain a condition, or do you take one forward?
I'm going to take one forward.
Okay. Okay.
You know, get
So-
a jelly bean.
I have one right here. I don't know
There you
whose
go.
it is, so
Yeah,
I'm claiming
that's
it for
fine.
Spain.
Eh.
So,
For Spain. Okay.
It's always
so-
for Spain.
always for Spain.
All right.
Okay, great. So
So-
he sort of pouts and just walks away.
Fine.
Really like. All right.
He'll
So
be all right. Yeah.
Maureen. So this was earlier in the day. This was at school.
Right.
Does this happen? Did you overhear this conversation?
Ooh.
Maybe.
And like saying like he'll be fine. Like
Yeah, it seemed like that happened.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I did that to him all the time.
Right.
More-
is that what you tell her? Like yeah.
Oh, no, maybe I didn't tell you. Well, it depends on how you react. He'll
So
be
how-
fine.
so
And then what do
he's-
you say?
Yeah.
Say yes. Yes, he will be.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That just happened. Whatever
Okay.
just happened, just happened.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Let's just play it.
All right.
All dialogue is in game.
Right.
All farts
In
are-
character.
All farts are in
farts are in
game? I
character.
wasn't counting on that.
That's right.
Okay.
So I thought if you were going to ask me, well, how do you know? Then I would tell you the whole story. But
Right? So there's this massive world of secrecy that I'm skating on top of that I don't even know exists with her in the morgue.
Oh yes.
Like there's this whole massive thing.
Oh,
And
yes.
I'm just like, doo-doo-doo. Oh, do you know the back door of the morgue is unlocked? And you're like, ah.
Oh, you tell her that?
No shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, because what's his name? Bill. Which Bill is this? Bill.
Bill Maloney. Yeah.
Maloney.
Yeah.
The morgue director.
He doesn't come to work sober.
Exactly.
You know. And so.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
It takes a toll on a man.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
And
A
so I
lot.
always tell him, I'll lock the door for you
So you tell him that?
all the time.
Wow.
He's like, oh, thanks. And he passes out or something at his desk, and
Do you believe her? What are some of your conditions that you have
Oh.
currently?
Oh, I have. Okay.
Like, should she
like
believe
my
you?
hungers.
No,
No,
like,
any
have you had any
conditions?
conditions laid on
I
you?
don't have any.
Ah. Yeah, I don't have any.
What?
You might not. She might not.
Uh-oh.
I'm
slipping.
You are.
I've been slipping.
working toward being part of an goth underground reckless crew. That's mine. Those are
For the
my
conditions.
conditions. Okay.
All right. I gotta get better about
Oh,
that.
speaking of which, it might be a good idea to start every session by having everyone just remind everyone else of our conditions.
I know, yeah,
Since that's something that you can use against somebody.
Right, I was gonna do that this time, and I'm remembering.
All
Yeah.
right.
Because that's...
Do you want to do that real quick?
Yes, let's do that really quick. So, Morgan has no conditions.
None.
Which is weird.
But are you hexed or cursed in any fashion?
Not yet.
That I know.
Not yet.
Today, Rodrigo.
Okay, so
Today.
we'll work on getting...
She's cleverly
you some-
missed every session.
Uh-huh.
You know.
I know.
Oh, I would have gotten that.
It's like the player in a Call of Cthulhu game who just always happens to be absent during the big sand loss episode.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Boss fights.
Everyone else lost, 20
Yeah.
points.
Oh, God.
Doing
We're
great.
losing it. All right, so
It
what
was
are...
lots of snow.
Yeah,
That's all
I
Ryan, my
know.
kid's sick.
I'm actually above where I started.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So conditions, Lucian, what are your conditions?
I have 2 currently. I have intimidated by Ms. Batillion
Yeah.
That's hot.
That is hot.
and not that cool.
Yeah, you're not
Yeah.
that cool.
Not that cool.
Whoa.
All right, and
That's a
Rodrigo, what are your
surprise.
conditions right now?
I have man stealer and hot mess.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
And then Colleen, your conditions are secretive.
Secretive. I'm hexed right now, currently
Yes.
with false subtext for everything.
Mhm.
Alright. Full subtext.
And that's all I know.
Is it in your head? Is it not? Who knows?
Why
I
did-
feel like Nyx has the most conditions because he's constantly
He's
like
got a lot. Yeah. He's got like 4 or something.
he has a lot of conditions.
Well,
so.
and I think that there's some of these situations too where the option has been to get a condition or take harm.
Yeah.
Right.
And I know for like some of mine, the taking harm made more
Right.
sense story wise.
Yeah, and then and getting it forward, you're taking one forward or
Yeah, there's other options.
string
you can take.
pieces. But
Strings
okay,
and
but the
stuff.
conditions are good to remind ourselves about.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so Omar
So-
huffs away. You
Right.
have this exchange with Maury where she's like, you are kind of on the same page. What do you think
Yeah.
of that?
Oddly on the same page.
Do you feel
Eerie.
weird? Because in terms of your strings, I mean, you saw how she died, and you know that she is not technically alive, really.
Right.
So how is
Yeah.
this feeding into this exchange?
And plus, most of the kids in the school thought Omar and I were dating or something,
Yeah.
but
Not
we
anymore.
weren't.
No, you weren't ultimately.
Yeah, at least not from my end.
Right. On my side of things.
Yeah.
I think that I feel more friendly
So-
towards her,
Mhm.
less frightened of her, and more thinking that maybe she'd be an excellent psychological pack member.
Okay.
So I'm creeping in the back door.
Yes, so you're creeping into this back door.
I have unfinished business that hounds me.
Okay, what is it?
Ooh.
Hounding you. All right.
Mrs. Batillion's, what I think is Mrs. Batillion's husband, Mark, is in a coma,
Oh.
if y'all recall.
And
Oh,
you
yes,
think
yes.
that Mark is her
I
husband?
think that Mark is her husband, but then there was some word that wasn't the guy. There was some confusion. Apparently, I attacked the wrong man.
Whoops.
You were intending to attack the husband or the person threatening
Someone who
her.
was threatening her.
A man.
I made a
It sounds like a-
presumption.
Okay.
Anyway, so I have a code.
Okay.
I have an animal code, which is that you cannot leave your prey kind of limping and harmed like that. That's against nature and not cool at all. So I have to make right
Okay.
by finishing the job.
Aha. Oh, I'm all about that.
Right? The code.
It's an animal
I love
code.
how this unlikely
know.
friendship is ruined before our eyes.
Yeah.
Either alive or dead. There's no middle ground.
Right, yeah.
It's binary.
So you're there because
So
you have
I'm there
unfinished
because I have to
business.
finish Mark off.
Okay. So you're walking through the halls.
I'm creeping.
You remember those two security guards?
Yes.
Those a-holes.
Yes.
And you put some rats in their mailboxes.
Yeah, hopefully
Just
that
to
they
freak
would
them
be
out.
friends
Yeah.
then with me.
But it would be friendly, more friendly to you, because
Because
that
they
would
would-
make sense.
yeah.
Just, as Jade pointed out, this is a good snack that you left them.
It's a very cat-like thing to say.
And yet, I don't know if they received them in that way.
I don't either,
But
that's what I did.
You haven't received any rats back.
that, well,
You
okay.
know, and they owe me.
The communication cycle's
It's
not
a
complete.
Right. It's been only been a few days.
It has. I promise you it has been
I
a few
expect
days.
Hickory Farms at Christmas. So I'm
I need some summer sausage or
I
nothing.
mean,
And it better be made out of rat. I want rat summer
rat
sausage.
sausage.
Uh-huh.
Rat salad.
Rat salad.
Ow.
Like a pasta salad, but with rat.
Yeah.
You know?
The little tails are like the noodles. And...
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Renee.
Oh my god, we found it.
All right. Sorry,
My
Renee.
gorge came up for a minute.
Oh, sorry.
That's
Sorry.
okay. I didn't know either. What was this?
Isn't it beautiful that we can all learn about ourselves?
Yes.
it really is.
Self-discovery.
It really is beautiful.
It's a beautiful, beautiful.
Edie's looking at us like, what's the problem?
What are you guys doing?
She loves it.
Yeah.
Morgan likes to feed off of corpses in the morgue, but it's this what you just described that I won't repeat. That
No.
freaks me out.
That makes sense.
Life's full of surprises.
It is.
Yeah.
Rats off to you.
A rat's off to you. So,
Yes.
so you're creeping,
I'm creeping.
through the halls.
Creeping.
Okay, so that's why you're there.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, Rodrigo, why are you in the hospital this afternoon?
So I came home from school early, and
On that Monday. That crazy Monday that happened.
No, today.
Today's
Was it a today?
She-
Was it
she's
a
saying
A
it's a
manic
half day.
Monday.
She said today was a half
that's
day
right,
from
that's right.
school.
Okay, thank you.
It was a half day from school.
I got
I
it.
came home from school early,
Mm-hmm.
and discovered that while I was gone, my grandmother fell.
Oh, no.
And
no.
she doesn't remember how or how
Oh,
long
no.
she had been, but she had, was still laying there.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
so I insisted that we take her to the hospital.
Okay. So, are you in the emergency room still?
You know, we've been here for a while.
Okay.
They don't really seem to think it's important.
Okay.
So
All right.
Wow.
Let's see.
That's a big deal.
That is a very big deal. So you see Sheriff Montgomery walking through the emergency room, and you have a string on Brad Montgomery. So I'm thinking there's a chance the sheriff may know about you or not. It's just a string over string. So he's walking through the emergency room. He usually is there. And it's a pretty busy. It's pretty busy for a Wednesday afternoon, and so your grandmother is just kind of like, just you've never seen her this week before.
Oh,
it's
God.
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks really little, like on the bed. So
we don't have a bed yet.
Oh
We're
no,
still sitting in the
you're
chairs.
sitting in the waiting room.
Oh yeah, no one's talked to us yet.
Mm.
We've been told that we'll be called up when time is right.
Oh, okay.
I want
So
people to see right now.
it's been about an hour. Okay, so she's kind of groaning and she's like, I'm in so much pain.
Oh my God.
Can you please go talk to them? I can't talk to them. Okay. So what do you do?
So I'm gonna go up to the nurse's station and say, you know, do you have any idea how much longer it will be? You know, please, my grandmother's getting worse. We really need to see someone.
Okay, let me go check. Let me check. So off she goes. And the sheriff walks up to you and says, Rodrigo, what are you doing here?
Oh, Sheriff, my grandmother had an accident at home. We're just trying to make sure she's okay.
Oh, so he looks to see where she is, and she just looks terrible sitting in that horrible chair. And he said, just a second, let me see what I can do. So he vanishes into the back, and you see him talking to the nurse you just talked to, and he looks pretty stern. And she's just like, looks over to where you are and looks back at him, and she looks very resistant. And he says something to like kind of turn her head to like really pay attention, and then she nods and is like, fine. So
And can I come walking up?
yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah. Do you need a wheelchair or something?
To Rodrigo. Yeah.
No, to the nurse.
Oh, to the nurse. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
I walk up. You know, I just another thing that's creepy about my character. She'll just sneak up on people.
Appear.
Right.
Okay. So she turns to you and she's
You
like,
need a wheelchair.
"Yeah, come with me.
Okay.
Come with me."
Okay.
So
Get a
before you
wheelchair.
know it, the sheriff comes back and he's like, "It's taken care of. So they'll be up soon. I'll just wait here until they arrive." And then before you know it, the nurse and then you see Maury push in her little like candy striper
Yeah,
uniform.
black.
Yeah.
And then the candy striper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And she looking like her. Well, describe how you look.
Oh yeah, my hair is usual.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Your eyes. How do your eyes look?
So the irises are not as huge as usual. I may or may not have just fed. So just,
Okay. So you're pushing
Like a snake.
yeah.
So you're pushing the wheelchair over, and so the nurse is helping your grandmother, and your grandmother's like kind of clinging to you, like in Spanish, and telling.
Clinging to you in Spanish.
Well, and saying in
And
Spanish,
in Spanish.
and in
Yes,
Spanish,
yes.
saying, like, don't let her.
Saying that.
Hey,
What's up?
that's enough.
And I'll turn to the nurse and ask, is there a free bed somewhere? I know there's a few in palliative care. I just checked.
Okay. I don't know if I want to put her there, but I
Okay.
have a room in mind. And she's kind of looking at you like,
You're so weird.
like, why are you even saying, like, you're a candy striper? Like, no. So like, I'm a nurse. I'm a nurse, and that's not really appropriate.
Just be quiet.
Yeah, like, you're just gonna wheel this
I
girl.
order you to be quiet.
Yes. Yes. So you're just wheeling this lady to where she needs to go.
Yeah.
So in Spanish, your grandmother's like, make sure you need to come with me. You need to make sure that you're coming with me, and so she's like holding your hand shakily. So she get wheeled to a room, and it is in the ER, one of the ER rooms.
Oh, okay.
And so they help. You help to kind of lift her. The nurse and Maury, you help lift Abuela onto the bed, and so she's just in so much pain. She's just in a lot of pain. So she's like, tell her that, like, I'm in so much pain. Like, just tell her. Okay, so what do you do?
Well, I'll ask my grandmother first, like, where specifically is it hurting now?
My hip and my legs, and it's tingling, and it's just I can't think.
Okay, so I'll tell the nurse. My grandmother seems to think her hip is probably what's bothering her most right now, but she might have hurt her leg too.
I can get an ice pack or some penicillin or something.
Penicillin. So the nurse just says, like, just go get some ice packs. Like, go get some ice packs. So she's writing down all of this that you're saying, and then she's gonna take her blood pressure, and her blood pressure is very high. So she's like, I'll get the doctor in as soon as we can. And she kind of just walks out of the room. And you are there in the room. There's a TV on. just playing God only knows, like some Three's Company reruns or whatever. It's just like hell, and the sound's off, you know, and that is where you are.
Good thing John Ritter is such a brilliant physical comedian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't really need the sound.
You don't need the sound.
it. No.
Shit.
True.
So
Buster
I-
Keaton for a new generation.
yeah.
That's right.
No, it was actually an aside, so I'm gonna
Okay.
let it go.
Okay.
All right.
So can I come back in the room with the cold packs? Okay.
Sure.
So. Yeah,
But,
I'll
like-
put them on and
No.
actually, whoa.
So your
Oh,
your
shit.
grandma's like, who is this girl?
Yeah.
Who is she? Get her away from me.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll take
And I'm
them
just
I
staring
say,
at her without blinking.
Yeah.
You know, like.
So she's just like,
And then,
yeah. What? So what?
yeah,
do you
yeah.
do?
So she's freaking out, and I'm like, "Ma'am, can you show me where it hurts?" like so creepy.
I'll take them and say it's all right. You know, I can put these on for her. I'm sure you have other patients that you can help with.
Oh, is there anything else I can do to make her more comfortable?
No.
Then I'll turn to her and
So
just
in
stare.
Spanish, she's saying, "Get that fucking demon away from me."
Oh!
I don't want anything that she is dead. So you're hearing like muerto, muerto.
Yeah.
And like,
Demonica.
yeah. So she's just like, get her away from me. You are gonna have to. You need to protect me from her. I cannot handle this. I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough. She keeps saying over and over.
Wow.
She looks
What do you
like,
do?
and then I look at you. I look at her, and I look at you, and I'm like, does she need a sedative?
I'm gonna reach for the ice pack.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna grab you by the hands, Maury, and
Which
look
are
you
cold
deep
as
in the
ice.
eyes,
You know.
and in a language I did not know I had.
Oh,
Here it comes! Here it comes!
What we got? Let's see. So that's a dark plus 2.
yes, yes.
Oh, here it comes.
That's a world of hurt.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Ooh.
that's
Whoa.
gonna be 8.
Okay.
Okay.
And I have a one forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
So-
Woo!
So
You're spending all of that on me? Uh-oh.
So-
This can't be good.
the hex of binding
What?
means that this person cannot physically harm others.
Oh.
No!
Wait, what?
Yep.
Oh
My grandmother wanted me to protect her from you. You can't do anything to harm her physically.
You just
Okay.
got punked.
Yeah,
got
but
boned.
that's just your grandma, right? Not like everybody.
No.
no! It
you can't hurt
says
anybody.
cannot harm others.
How am I gonna eat?
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So you might feel a little strange, like tranquility flush over you, and you don't know why.
I don't think it's tranquility.
Yeah, I can actually view it as like maybe turning the hunger down, but that's even scarier because
Oh,
the
yeah.
fact that it doesn't exist, but you still may feel
Numbing.
It's numbing,
Okay.
but then there's also like, so it's there kind of trying to break out. It's like against
Yeah.
Saran wrap or something.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like
Wow.
trying to like tap at you to like
Or-
do things.
Or when you're on a pain medication that's working, but
Yeah.
you know the pain is still there.
Yeah.
And so you're just waiting for it to come back.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, yeah.
But at the
Oh,
same
boy.
time, there's also like, so you basically cannot physically harm others. So I think this is fascinating. This is gonna manifest in a way, but if things are kind of like the volume got turned down on the hunger.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Let's see.
What?
I'll just make sure because on a 10 and up it works and can be easily reversed. I got a 9 though,
Yeah.
so it
Right.
works, but I choose 1. It either does me a harm,
Uh-huh.
has weird side effects, or trigger your darkest self. I think that you're talking about some weird side effects,
Yes,
perhaps.
yes.
Yeah,
So,
okay,
okay.
there you go. There you go.
So even though you feel like the hunger has turned down, like you said, the hunger's still there. However, I think it's going to be something is going to manifest when you do try to feed
Yeah.
from here on
Yeah.
out until the hex
Okay.
gets lifted.
Okay.
Because I'm still my darkest self, so it will be more effective than I'm comfortable with.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Am I gonna disappear?
I don't know.
Because
No.
I'm like, like I am supposed to be eating all the
I
time.
know.
But you're eating the dead.
Right. You're not harming.
Yeah.
Are you harming? Like, what's the definition of
We're
harm?
gonna have to go back to cold deli meat for a while.
Yeah, I guess so. So all those people in palliative care that
Yeah.
may
They're
that were
safe.
disappearing,
They are safe.
yeah, or dying more quickly than expected.
We'll see you in the morning.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
what? Yeah. So like, you have to define harm. Like,
Right.
what is
That's an
harm?
interesting question.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
like, are you harming a corpse if you start to
Eat it?
dismember it and
I mean,
munch on
I
it?
think what I'm thinking too, especially
Yeah.
since my grandmother prompted me into this,
Yes.
right? And to say this girl is dead and a demon,
Uh-huh.
right?
Okay.
So certainly, I think that what she's alluding to is that there must be some intention of Morrigan's that is unnatural, right? That is not part of the normal order of things,
Right.
right? You are something that should not be.
Right.
And so I think in terms of like harming, right? Like things that would be considered disruptive.
Oh,
Right.
So yes, so you that's a broad definition.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So,
So someone
Disruptive
who's
to the
already
natural
dying.
order.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think that I don't know. Me, I don't know. But at the same time, my grandmother's like probably Catholic, and they're definitely
there's a thread of that
Yeah.
throughout. I mean, there's other things that supplement.
yeah.
But there's like a basic core,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
all these other things feed into it,
Right.
and she'll use what works and what doesn't.
Oh, yeah.
Throw out what doesn't work. You know.
I mean, you don't throw out the baby with the bathwater.
That's right. Right. There's certain things that.
Sometimes you change the bathwater.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, because it's a dirty baby.
Right.
So
Dirty little Catholic baby.
filthy Catholic baby.
Sure.
So I think like.
What are we talking about?
This is very abstract.
So
I mean, I
You're
think
cool.
part of it is, I don't really know perhaps like the full implications of what, your
Yeah.
like violence might incorporate.
That's right.
That's
But
Or what you do to survive. Like, she wouldn't necessarily know
No.
that hex
No.
would impact your ability to survive.
true. Right.
Yeah.
And it's stronger than you
Yeah,
wanted it.
and stronger
so
and
it's
weirder than you wanted.
Stronger
So,
and weirder.
Yeah.
God.
so I think that, like, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It'll make sense.
This is
But I
fun,
think
though.
so this is the thing. It's like in terms of like I guess what my
Yeah.
character's
Yeah.
thoughts are in terms of like harm and prevention thereof.
Desecration falls within that.
I feel
realm.
like it
Does
kind of
it?
does.
That's
It
what we're
might.
talking about.
And I think that's the thing is like so I imagine like for something like an animal,
Right.
like a chicken. If
For
you
instance.
like went and slaughtered a chicken, I
Uh-huh.
don't think that would be no. I slaughter chickens, right?
So it's subjective.
Yeah, I think it is kind of subjective. Like, right, the human body, the human soul is like a sacred thing, kind of a thing.
Maury, what do you think of this?
Yeah. Where you
I
at?
mostly eat people.
I have a developed palate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This will give you a chance to branch out a little.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard to eat genitals without harming somebody. I mean, to be honest.
Unless they're
Yeah. What if this
super
guy attacks me?
masochist.
What if he attacks me again? You know, I can't fight back at all now.
That should be interesting to
We'll
play.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We will.
Because that's the thing too. Is none of these things are necessarily permanent.
No.
No.
It's assuring you.
It's true.
Okay.
But in this moment,
Yeah. You're like, back the fuck
not
up
really
from my
knowing
grandma.
you. Yep. No, my grandmother's like cursing,
Yeah.
cursing
She
in
is.
public.
I know. It's
Yeah.
very strange.
She wants you to leave. So
She's
I'm-
in that much pain and
Yeah.
scared.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. She could be hallucinating from the pain. You know?
Well, this thing, you don't really. I think you don't know that I've like hexed you.
No, I don't know.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying. Like, what is she hallucinating? Okay. Anyway, so
So in this moment, I take your ice cold hands.
yeah,
I say something. It could just be Spanish.
yeah.
I take the ice packs from you and tell you, thank you for your help, but you can leave now.
Okay, just call me if you need anything.
Absolutely.
And I'll look at the grandmother again, not blinking, as usual, and just watching her. Is she still freaking out?
She's spitting.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I'll just
She's like spitting on the floor, like, and
Wow.
saying not only like
yeah.
you hear like she's saying these prayers, and they're like they're bordering on incantations
Right.
too.
It's a full
Yeah.
litany.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stop. I'm gonna turn around. Is she talking about me?
No. It's
No,
it's
no.
just part of
no.
the supplications for
Oh.
healing.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope she gets better soon.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
What do you think about what the grandma said, by the way? Okay, so I'm leaving. Bye.
Okay. Yeah, so you hear her saying these things that are basically like the devil shall not enter into this room. There is no room for him here.
Wow.
I bind you and rebuke you.
Yeah, I bind you and rebuke you in the name of Jesus. No, but like basically just like rebuking, binding, like it's like a combination rebuking and binding kind of like prayer incantation.
Yeah, and we go to school together.
I know.
Awkward.
And she's like,
Yeah.
and so then once Maury has left, then she turns to you and she's like grasping your hands again, and she says, we need to get, we just need to bring some candles in here. We need some salt in here. We need to, so she's giving you like a whole laundry list of ways to like purify the room, and like you're gonna be there for like a long
Smudge
time.
sticks.
Yeah. So she's just like, blah, blah, blah. And then she sort of just like, she just takes a deep breath and just sort of like, just kind of closes her eyes and just lays there.
Has she gotten medication yet? Has she seen
No,
the
she hasn't
doctor?
seen the doc yet. So this is all.
Okay, so I'm going to go and check.
Okay,
So
what do
I
you
know
do?
where all the doctors are right now.
Okay.
So is there one nearby that I could just I'll just wait outside the door where he's seeing a patient or she
Okay.
or,
Sure. Yeah.
and as soon as she comes out,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. So the doctor comes out and she's just like she's writing her notes and looking at the file and.
I'll say, excuse me, there's a woman in intense pain in emergency that way.
Oh.
That way.
That's where it is.
There's like 4 rooms total.
Right, exactly.
So it's like room number 3 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you
yeah.
specify the room or?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Yeah, room number 3, and no one's seen her in I think about 2 hours. Would you mind just stopping by just for a minute?
Oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank
so
you.
she's
Thank you, Dr. Shirley.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dr.
You
Shirley.
said sure.
Yeah, sure.
Dr.
It's Sure
Shirley.
Shirley. Dr. Sure Shirley. So Dr.
Surely you
Shirley.
must be kidding.
So Dr.
Dr.
Shirley.
Shirley.
I never kid, and don't call me Shirley.
That's right.
But it's Shirley.
Right.
Churleigh. Shirley.
Shirley. Very good.
Oh, I like it.
Yes! Yes! I want more of that. I'm writing this down.
I think I just broke his brain.
Okay. So Dr. Shirley comes into the room. She has short auburn hair and green eyes, and she's very freckly.
She's trouble.
And she, she's very tall. She's kind of tall, a little gangly. And she walks in and she says, she has your grandmother's file, and so she is looking, and so she starts talking to your grandmother. So, what happened? What's going on?
So I'll whisper to my grandmother, like looking her.
So Dr. Shirley hears this, and she says, "Oh, I speak Spanish."
Oh my god.
Oh.
So I can talk with her. Is
Okay,
that
she
okay?
she gets stuck sometimes with all of the pronunciation.
Okay. All right. So she starts speaking like fluent Spanish.
Oh.
Like it's. I mean, there's some like regionalism that you may not recognize.
Is it academic or is it
No.
like she lives somewhere?
She lives somewhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
see.
seems like it's a lived, the dialect, but the dialect is a little different.
That's
So
like
then your
immersion.
grandmother is like really kind of amazed.
Good.
And then
Little
she
color
asks,
returns to her face.
yeah, she feels heard. So
Oh, that's good.
so they start talking and about everything, and so the doctor is just listening and marking down notes, and so they're talking it out. So we'll just kind of fade to that. So that is happening right
Good.
now.
I'm frantically digging through my purse to find like a candle stub or something. like a salt packet from a school lunch or something.
Yes, the iodized salt.
Yeah, like from this like
Anything.
cafeteria. Anything.
I'm picturing also just a little vial of holy water somewhere in your bag.
Okay, it's in my other bag.
Oh, damn it.
One of those plastic Virgin Mary bottles.
Exactly, yeah. Just have a couple of those on hand. Okay, so Lucian.
Hello.
So Jean-Luc is telling you, okay, so these are the floors. What?
Forgot about Jean-Luc.
How could you forget about Jean-Luc? So he's in the middle of some random story about
He's
some...
telling me about his last bone operation where the doctors just went in and were just scraping it off because it was just flaking away.
Alright.
So,
I was going to say that he was telling you, actually, a different type of bone operation. He was talking about the last time he went and visited your mom.
oh!
needs ointment.
It's hilarious because it's a Yo Mama joke that's actually true.
Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Your mama's such a slut, she runs her own brothel. It's,
Yeah, you're right.
true.
She is. I don't know if she's a slut, but she runs a small business. It's true.
She's an entrepreneur.
She
That's
is.
for news.
So he's actually saying like, hey, so yeah, like so your mom, like so Cindy's like, you know, she's really really good. And I know like you're her son, but I just want to know if like you could like give her a gift for me.
Oh. Yeah, sure.
So the stuff that's coming off of him,
No.
the stuff that's coming off of him is like desperation and like, but also this like feeling of like hope, this little flickering.
God,
He's gotten emotionally involved.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what does that taste?
She really likes me.
What
yeah.
does that taste or feel, or what does that feel like for you to feed off of? And what do you do to keep it going? Even as awkward as it is. You still want that. That's a supply.
It is. Because yeah, it's a taste I don't get often because it's a
Desperation,
combination.
really?
Well, no.
Oh, hope and desperation.
Hope and desperation and self-delusion.
Delusion is nice.
Yeah, delusion.
He's
always
deluding
tastes
himself.
Spicy meatball.
good. Yeah. Well,
Jen has another fan. The fan has been unleashed.
so yeah, it's that heady brew. So I kind of like gather my thoughts for a moment because I really don't want to be doing that,
No.
but I have no choice.
You don't want to be doing what?
Feeding.
Stoking his
Stoking.
his emotions.
Oh, I see.
You don't like the
see
taste of
effect?
it?
No, I love it.
What? Oh.
I love it.
Oh.
But in order to do it, I have to like string this guy along with my mom.
So it's a complicated
With
thing.
Cindy Carter Ligotti.
Bugatti.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, oh yeah, man, she was like talking about you the other day.
No!
So
man.
suddenly there's this like surge of this feeling of hope. The hope gets bigger,
Wow.
so to speak, and like he's very like he's just like hanging on to every word. What did she say? What did she say about me? And he's kind of like straightening his hair a little bit, and like kind of like his coverall, like kind of smoothing it a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Like, what did she say?
Oh, just like she sees a lot of guys come and go, but she's gonna remember you for a while.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
He's like, I know exactly what I did that would make her remember me.
Whoa.
And he gets this kind of faraway look. So now this kind of like lust note comes up in it too. What is it?
I'm detecting him. Yeah, so
That's
note of
right.
lust.
Yeah. Well, how else? I can't just tell you like you bite on something and all this blood gushes into your mouth and it's delicious.
Yeah.
Right,
Like
right,
we have
right.
to like play
Yeah.
with this a little bit.
Absolutely.
It's because
Yeah.
you've made it this way.
I did.
It's
Yeah.
all your
Back
fault.
on you.
And I hope you're sucking it up
It's
right
back
now.
on you. Are you enjoying
Put it
it?
out there.
I feel very seen. So.
All right, excellent.
So how is this? How are you enjoying this?
Oh, very much so. Yeah. So actually, like as the sort of payoff begins to increase, I actually do kind of forget my my reticence, my natural reticence.
Oh.
Wow.
Very good.
Mhm.
What do you keep saying? What do you say?
So how does that?
So, so I say, yeah, she wanted me to give you something actually.
What? What is it?
So I keep a cache of Polaroids that I've swiped of her.
All right, how is she? What is she doing in these Polaroids?
They're just like erotic Polaroids,
Like her in lingerie.
photos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Or like carefully placed blanket or
Uh-huh,
sheet or something.
Yeah.
At that time period, there was that mall photographer. Do you remember the glamour shots?
Yeah,
Yeah,
glamour
yeah,
shots.
Yeah.
So, like,
So
she-
like sexy glamour.
She
shots,
probably
yeah.
paid the glamour shots person to
come out
and do
some
like
shots.
some
Okay, so
fancier-
not so much Polaroids, but
Uh-huh.
like 8x10s, I guess.
That's huge.
4x6.
I would say something if it's in a wallet.
Wallet size.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a calling
Right.
card.
3x5. Yeah,
Sure.
or
You
those
could do
Expensive to
that.
print.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, wallet. Yeah, that makes sense.
10. We're all like, oh no.
Well, she usually does. Because you remember school photos, you could order the packs.
Oh yeah,
So
no,
you
you get the
the
envelope.
2
Yes,
8 by
the
10s.
crinkly one.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
get the 2 8 by 10s,
Yeah.
and then you get a couple of half size.
Right.
And then you get the sheet of the wallet size.
Yeah, you could cut them
that you
yourself.
can cut up. Yeah. So I've got a
Wow,
contact
I
sheet of
thought about
wallet
those.
size.
No.
You nab them
You
for
nab
only
them.
$4.99. You can get an extra wallet size.
That's
There you
right.
go.
Hey,
Right,
there
right.
you
That's
go.
a deal.
So you
Wow.
nabbed one of these.
I nabbed one
Did
sheet of
Cindy-
the wallet size.
Did
yeah.
Cindy catch you doing this?
No, she did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
No, there's a lot I do that Cindy doesn't know about,
Right? And vice versa.
and vice versa.
So you have one of these.
Or at least I think she doesn't know about it.
Right.
So
So yes, I
what is she? How is she posed? What does she look like in this picture?
so
Or
it's
have you try not to look at it?
it's a sexy glamour shot.
Right.
So she's just on her bed and she's doing the like lion pose, the tigress pose, you know, like
The
What?
timeless artist seduction.
No, that's
yes, yes,
It's like the Playboy centerfold from Tremors 2.
yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. So I get out my
Wow.
Velcro, you know, body glove wallet.
Shrimp. Yeah.
And I extract one of the wallet size, making sure he doesn't see it's like a whole stack of them. I just extract one, and I go, "Here you go, man."
So he's looking at it.
Oh my god.
mesmerized.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Excuse me, I need a few minutes.
I need time alone. So he's staring at it like this. It's like this amazing gift,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and he flips it over,
Yeah.
and there's a message on it.
Uh-oh.
Is
What have
there?
you been writing on these?
Oh
on the
my
backs
God.
of these?
Right.
So I can forge my mom's handwriting pretty
Yeah.
well.
Sure.
Yeah.
Froze.
It's kind of a strange handwriting too.
Yes, it's very spiky. It's like a typical girly style, but with this weird spiky element to
Yeah, yeah.
it. And so I'm thinking she like pre
Yeah.
or she has like kind of her usual thing that she writes. So I usually just copy that.
Right.
Thinking of you, XOXO.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Would it be something a little bit more? I don't know. I mean, Cindy has like a very like we talked about her before.
Mhm.
She has an air about her that you're not really quite sure how old she is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is it very old-fashioned? What she actually writes down, or what she's thought
I
of?
think okay. So it says thinking of you,
Right.
but instead of XOXO, it says kindest regards.
Are you serious?
Yes.
That's so weird. That's really fucking weird.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
he
Take the water out, yes.
so he's looking at it, and then he flips it over and looks back and like reads the message again. Like he's
Yeah.
just doing this in front of you.
Yeah.
And
But I'm getting a lot of
oh wow, it's like
Dose.
the hope is like become really massive.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a
Huge.
spray.
yeah.
Yeah.
Feast.
What does it taste like? What does it feel like?
It's invigorating,
Mm.
literally. You
Yeah.
know the root word there. It's giving me life.
Yeah.
It is maybe even there were some little crow's feet that had been starting to appear around
Uh-huh.
my eyes, and they
Uh-huh.
disappear.
Uh huh.
Wow.
You know.
Yeah.
All plumped.
hmm
It's better than any
Exactly.
filler. So
Botox.
yeah, exactly.
my nails were starting to kind of grow out and actually shrink back into the fingers.
Ooh,
Wow.
cool.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Your hair kind of takes on a little sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Your eyes are clearer.
You're not pallid anymore, you're just sort of.
Right. Get some
Yeah, a
color.
little
Yeah.
bit of color. Wow, it's looking
Wow.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Very attractive.
Cool.
Wait a minute.
What? Oh no! Damn it!
It's taking too long.
Damn
to
it,
load.
you-
I had it all queued up. Oh.
Okay, alright.
Fuck yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just like the slow like body pan and the
Uh-huh.
Yes, exactly.
yeah.
Sweet.
Oh my god! Alright. I don't even know what the hell. Now I'm lost. Alright, so
It was that good.
It was that good.
You
The
lost
sex,
it.
the
Yeah,
sex music.
You
too.
get an experience point.
I do. It's off. Alright, so you are experiencing this
Mhm.
and you are feeding, basically.
I am.
Okay, cool. So he sighs, and then he puts the picture in his wallet, like this like creased old leather wallet. Pops it in there, and he's like, "I'm gonna call her. I'm gonna call her this weekend."
I think you should. Oh yeah, there's her number on the card as well.
Okay, yeah.
Or on the photo.
Yeah, I'm gonna give
There's
her.
just like the automated hotel, like
Yeah,
it's a direct line.
Yeah.
You know, to the
Yeah.
front desk.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, like, so he's kind of just musing, and so he's like, yeah, so on the second floor, you need to. He kind of just trails off, and
Yeah.
So I'll just like pat him on the shoulder on my way out. I'll be like, I got it.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. So off I head.
all right.
Yeah.
So you head up to the second floor.
Yeah. Probably with a cart.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got all the supplies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking great. You're
Oh yeah,
happy.
I'm whistling a happy tune.
What are you whistling? Just tuneless, a tuneless whistle.
St. Elmo's Fire.
Yeah.
Man in Motion.
One of the best Wikipedia hacks I ever saw was for the guy who sang Man in Motion. What's his name? I forget.
don't remember.
Anyway, they created a whole fake section that he had invented.
Parr.
John Parr. That he had invented his own martial arts system for disabled people, and that there was one for like it's like it includes certain moves like Man in Motion if you're in a wheelchair.
Oh my god!
It was like this really elaborate like fake martial art for people with disabilities. Yes.
Oh man!
I was like, why would you
Are you
even
looking
think
it up right
to
now,
do that?
Desiree?
Like,
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta know if it's still available. It's still there.
Oh, it's still there. Yeah, I'm adding a couple songs to our playlist.
oh, okay.
Because I remember there's another song that.
Oh well, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So. That is you.
That is me.
That is you.
Yes.
I'm already exhausted.
Are you
But-
spent?
We are going
All right.
Oh yes.
to Colleen.
Yes.
So
I'm on the second floor now.
you're on the second floor.
I am too.
I
Yes. You're
Ah.
on. Perfect.
Dramatic lightning arcs across the sky.
That's right.
The Wolfman meets Dracula.
St. Bridget's blinking in the
Wolfman
atmosphere.
meets Dracula. Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Jesus. All right. Okay. Okay. Get it
Pull
together.
it
Get it
pull it
together.
She walked 20 miles.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Good job.
This is one of my. Yeah. This is my. Yeah. I'm kind of.
A
Okay.
little punchy.
I'm a little punchy, and my brain is high on endorphins.
I'm just gonna do this thing, all right?
You
Take me
are-
5 minutes.
Yeah,
Get out on my
We're
way.
gonna do this thing, all
We're
right?
gonna
Let's
be
do
here,
this.
We're gonna be here 45 minutes. It's okay.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so you are on the second floor. You are on the second floor.
That's
You're
right.
taking the elevator up.
Oh yeah.
Usually,
Well, I got my push cart.
Push
so I
cart.
have to-
That's still-
yeah.
you're creeping up.
Creeping up the back.
The hall
It's
is
very
eerily quiet. So on the second floor, they do have some of the like this is where some of the patients who are comatose
Yeah.
or kind of like subacute care who are like dealing with some pretty serious like health things.
Yeah.
The other floors have it's just that's the stratification.
This is like maternity.
Yeah, further up, children's ward and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But for you, this is exactly where you need to be.
Right.
You've been to this room before.
Yeah.
So you're creeping down the hallway. What do you do?
I'm creeping down the hallway until I see the door.
Okay.
You sniffing them out?
Yes, and I slowly open the door.
You smell a familiar perfume.
No!
Oh!
Son of a bitch!
Ooh.
I didn't see that coming.
You just smell the perfume.
Right, I'm at the door, I
That's
smell
all.
the perfume.
What do you do?
I gotta back off.
Really?
I gotta pause, yeah.
Okay. Do you hear anything?
I probably hear her crying.
Really?
Yeah, I hear her crying.
Okay.
Which makes me feel terrible.
Oh no. So
So I gotta hide. Now I gotta find somewhere to hide until she leaves.
okay, you hear behind you the squeaky wheels of a cart.
This is glowing, radiant creature
Yeah.
pushing this.
Yeah.
Can I
It's too handsome for-
retroactively do something?
Go.
Apart from that. Stupid
You
file.
picked the.
There it goes.
Okay, we
I'm
get
coming
it.
down the hall. So anyway.
Right.
We get it.
Right,
In fact, you don't even turn until you hear the saxophone going.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
This guy.
It's Clarence.
I've got one of those little transistor radios hanging
Yeah,
from my car.
you
know.
do.
Oh my god.
Anyway, can we retroactively go back for a second?
Yes.
I just realized I should probably have rolled to turn Jean-Luc
I
on.
realized that now too.
And I actually have a +1 forward that I can only use in relation to my mom.
Oh.
So that would have been a perfect opportunity.
Oh,
to use
yeah,
that.
let's do
Can I go ahead
it.
and do
Let's
that?
go. Let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my god.
We'll
rolling-
see if there's any other.
See what we got.
rolling +3 altogether.
I don't want to do this.
Oh!
That's a 12. So,
Skidoosh.
so I gained a string on Jean-Luc, and they choose a reaction.
Wow.
Write that in. Jean-Luc.
So I think what we did is when we kind of like played through it, he was just kind of quiet and didn't really say anything else to you.
Right.
So it was acting awkward and embarrassed.
Okay,
Like
perfect.
that he was kind of like revealing this to you.
Yes,
like
the
that
depths of his emotion.
is for your mom. Yeah.
Perfect.
So,
Alright, so I got a
it's
string on
embarrassed
it.
and awkward.
Yeah, that is nice.
I know.
It's
you
going to be
love-
extremely helpful.
Oh,
Love
yeah.
those strings.
yeah.
Good string. Do you have any strings? You don't have any strings on your mom yet.
I don't, actually.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah. Just drop the fan.
Because like
Yeah.
that's gonna be
It's going to be a fight.
that's a tough nut to crack.
Fight to the
Yeah, I've been
finish.
trying to get a string on here my whole life.
No
That's
kidding.
right.
No kidding.
Not even the maternal string is really.
No.
Was
Oh,
that
no.
umbilical cord was snipped? That was.
That was the last
Oh,
string.
no, that's your
There you
string.
go.
Oh, I like that.
Well, that's
really
very
clever.
good. That is good.
OG original string.
Totally.
Gain an umbilicus. Yes!
Oh,
Wait, is umbilicus included? Oh, never mind.
What?
Okay, so we hear some quiet sobbing.
Yes, I hear quiet sobbing. I feel terrible. About
You
the
smell
whole situation.
you hear some sobbing.
Yeah.
You smell some familiar perfume,
Right,
but you
gotta go.
haven't actually had a visual
No.
confirmation.
No, it might maybe someone else who shares a perfume. We don't know.
We have a squeaky wheel with a luminous Lucian walking down the hall,
Yes,
and you hear that.
I do. I turn.
What do you do? Oh, you turn.
I turn and I see that it's him.
What do you do?
So,
she sees you.
You
You
might...
see Colleen.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does she look like?
What does she look like?
Yeah, what
I
do
don't
you
know.
see her in the position like? So how are you positioned like physically? In
I look creepy as fuck. I'm not a subtle
look
person.
suspicious.
Extremely suspicious.
All right.
okay. What do you?
And the funny thing is that when you see me, I kind of like hesitate.
Yeah,
because I'm
you
like,
have that moment.
I was busted.
Jesus.
You know, because
Yeah.
you didn't know that I volunteer here. So,
Right.
yeah, you're thinking about your volunteer work.
so yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
I'm-
that's
not
not
that
cool.
cool.
Not that
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
You know, I get out my pocket comb and try to make a fake mustache.
Oh my god! You want to hide that much.
Yeah, no, but like there's definitely a hitch in my step
Right.
as I, for like 2 seconds try to calculate if there's any possible way I can duck behind this thing,
No, that's-
jump into an adjacent
That's
room,
what I'm thinking too.
and I realize
That's
I'm
what I'm thinking.
right here in the middle of this goddamn
there's no getting around
hallway,
it.
and we're looking right at each other.
Right.
So I'm like, sup?
So, and I'll just go quiet, and then I'll creep into the next room.
All right. So I give a devilish grin
Yeah.
at that, because it's like, ooh, shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans are afoot.
Yep.
So I'll park my cart, put the wheel lock on, and slip in as well. Like, what's up?
That what?
He followed you in.
Exactly. I got a little unfinished business here. I got to handle this, and the least said, the soonest mended. So I'm gonna just do what I got to do. And what are you doing here anyway?
Yeah.
I stupid guidance counselor said I had to do some service hours here at the hospital. So, just like cleaning out bedpans and like,
You don't do
tossing
any of that.
out tossing out the biohazard,
He doesn't do
stuff
that.
like that.
So,
Do you believe him?
do I? Can I? Is this a role?
No, but
No.
just do you believe him? Based on
I do,
What
yeah.
strings do you have on him?
Oh shit.
What strings do you have on each other?
I have two on call.
Yeah, you do.
Which are like just stringy strings?
One was the automatic one.
If
Right.
she's weird.
Forget the
She's a
other
weird
Yeah,
girl.
yeah, there's
Okay.
those too.
But you do
I'm
have
just
it.
not subtle.
one. Yeah.
Not subtle.
I don't have any on him.
No, she does not.
No.
So I do believe him because I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't get that. I'm not that.
Yeah.
But I do want to say this. At this point, I want to say, hey, as long as we're here and you know about the innards of the hospital, I want to make a buy from you. I want to get some really good stuff. I don't know what like the best stuff. They got
yeah.
Roxy. I don't know what they got, but
Sure.
I'm gonna look for maybe about 8 pills.
Okay.
8 pills.
Yeah, I think I can get into the closet.
Yeah, I'm gonna need something. So
Can you get in the closet?
I have no idea,
Okay.
so I'm just gonna try.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
Jean-Luc, I mean,
I was
he's got
about to
keys to
say,
everything.
he's got
right?
keys.
That's true.
and this is before a whole lot was
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
know.
keys. You can get away with
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's
Absolutely.
not like.
But if you said it was for your mom.
key passes.
And now you have more pictures.
Exactly. Oh yeah.
that. Or
Did
you
she-
could
did
ask.
That was only
Neil.
the beginning of the photo shoot.
Oh.
Things got hot and heavy after that.
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Did Neil's also a supplier for you because his dad's a pharmacist.
That's right.
Right.
That's how I usually do it, so that's
Right.
why I haven't bothered. Because the hospital, it's like kind of
It's
high
a,
risk.
it's a yeah.
And you like working there. You don't want to
I
ruin
do,
that.
actually,
true.
yeah.
It's a feeding place.
It's a feeding place, and I actually the human side of me actually enjoys
Helping?
helping people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's
not that I'd ever let anyone know.
right.
It makes you feel good.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aww.
That's weird.
Good
So not cool.
Yeah, he is not that cool.
Feeling.
Okay, so you ask him for this.
Right.
Okay, and so you say like, yeah.
Sure.
So this is gonna keep on
It's really good shit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You know, of course, it's going to come at a kind of a premium price.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's a lot of risk involved.
Okay, but so we're gonna negotiate.
Yeah, whatever is reasonable for.
So you hear some
Yeah.
footsteps
Okay.
outside.
Are they clippy
It
clappy?
sounds like heels.
Yeah. Do I smell anything through the door?
Yes.
You break
Smell-
off in mid-sentence, be like,
Yeah, exactly.
One
Yeah.
second.
You s-
no, just like the manic sniffing, like, up and down the door jam.
Yeah.
They're just wait, shh, wait.
And then occasionally, like, blowing out.
Yeah. Yeah. It's mostly blowing up.
So you smell her perfume.
Okay.
You smell, and it sounds like it's probably Miss Batillion's
Alright.
shoes.
In her wretched tears. All right.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
You
slowly
smell her tears too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm.
Like, okay.
You feel
smell
that.
her
You
tears.
feel that.
Yes!
Yes.
Same
So
idea.
you can feel this.
Oh, yeah.
Sorrow
Distress.
going down
It's
there.
distress.
Definitely,
It's
definitely.
worry. It's hopelessness.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So
How
I
do you
know
feel?
exactly what she's doing.
Mhm.
And so I just kind of like, I think I'm kind of in my own moment as well. Just like,
What is it?
Both of you.
Yeah. Gross.
And-
All right. So, you monsters.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
so she passes by.
Okay. Cool. So I will say, okay, good. In the next couple days, then, or tomorrow. When do you think?
Probably tomorrow.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Perfect.
Okay. What do you do after that?
I'm gonna creep out.
Okay.
Creep.
What do you do?
I'm going to wait just
Yeah.
to look not suspicious,
Okay.
you know. So I'll wait a couple minutes and then I'll leave as well.
Okay.
All right. So what do you do, Colleen?
I'm gonna go right back to the room again. Is there anybody? Do I hear anything?
You just hear a ventilator.
All right. Excellent. In I go.
All right. You
There
hear
he is.
beeping.
Is he there? He's
He's
there.
laying there. He's unconscious.
Excellent. Perfection.
The room is very dimly lit.
Mm-hmm. It's dimly lit.
And the curtains are all drawn.
Yes,
So there's
the
just
blue
like
curtains?
the crease of the blue curtains, and there's just a crease of like sunlight kind of coming through
Okay.
and like certain little angles.
There's no one else in the room.
Just him.
Time to go. Time to fix what I've screwed up.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the pillow from underneath his head and place it over his airways.
Okay. So this is kind of like, do you feel like this is lashing out physically?
I think so.
It's not volatile though.
Or even keeping your
planned.
cool.
You're keeping your cool?
Act
Acting despite fear. How many things have you
yeah.
killed before?
Yeah.
Well,
Like in humans? Like
How's
how
your
many-
cold also? What's your cold?
it's a -1.
Lashing out physically. This feels like werewolves are primal and amorous and
my God.
passionate
Yeah.
Predatory.
and predatory.
I'm a mouth breather.
Did you write that down? You did.
All
right. So this, it depends on what you think, but to me this feels like a passionate move.
All right.
Because you're doing it because the code, right?
The code.
And your feelings for your teacher.
I fucked up. This
It
is all
could.
because of Miss Battalion.
There she
It
is.
could
Yeah.
also be possibly gazing into the abyss.
Oh my God.
If it's a foregone conclusion that he's going to die, It's just as he's dying, you get some kind of insight.
Now that's interesting. How do you feel about that?
I'm cool with it. Let's
I'd like
do
to
it.
do
I'm
that.
all about abyss
I
phasing.
would go into the abyss as I am killing him.
You're
We would journey together.
Exactly. Yes.
Boy, is that good stuff.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Name what I'm looking for.
Yeah, what are you looking for?
I'm looking for some confirmation of the natural order of things to which I have dedicated my life.
Okay.
So I'm looking for like the wolf god.
Okay.
Oh.
And have you experienced that sort of feeling when you've killed other things?
Only when I was with Omar, making Omar
Oh.
with the pack. That was a wolf god experience, and I want to make sure that this is in line with my
It
beliefs.
feels like it is.
It feels like the yeah.
You feel like you're being directed to do this.
that I have to do.
Okay,
this.
and you want confirmation.
right.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, I'm almost like not even sure. I'm pretty sure it's going to be there. Like I'm really sure it's going to be there, which is why I'm doing everything that I'm doing.
Okay.
So
All right.
we'll see if it.
Let's see what happens. Let's do it.
Making Omar sounds like a Netflix.
Making Omar.
Oh my god.
The making of Omar.
All right, here we go.
Ooh.
I got a 7. I'm going to use a 1 forward to make it an 8.
8. Okay.
And what's your dark?
0.
Okay.
Okay. So
yeah.
on a 7 and 9, the abyss shows you confusing and alarming visions, but you get your answer nonetheless.
Ooh. So something else gets thrown in there.
So as you are putting this pillow over this man, did you unplug the ventilator?
No.
Might make a noise or something.
Yeah. So there's a sudden sharp sound,
The
like
beeping.
beeping
Yeah.
sound, and it's like his heart rate is going up, and he starts to struggle against the pillow.
Right. That's unpleasant.
It's very bad. And in that moment is when you kind of are just fully engaged with this act of killing.
Right.
And so the sound drowns out, the
Yeah.
struggle kind of drowns out, and you're suddenly like zooming in on, you're seeing like kind of a montage of like teeth and blood and screams, not just human screams, but like animal screams, and the pursuit and the ecstasy of that, and then you suddenly see like you're seeing this chaos, but yet there's an order to it, right?
Right.
And so
Yeah.
the cycle's continuing. So that feels good, but then suddenly it's like this. How to describe it? It's like this inky blackness. It's like liquid that just starts to kind of come into that scene and kind of blot it all out. It's like somebody spilled some ink all over that montage.
Okay.
And you see these red glowing eyes.
Oh no.
But they don't feel wolf-like
Right.
at all.
Right.
They have an inner fire that you don't recognize
Right.
at this time.
Yes.
And it's terrifying.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you don't know what this has to do with
No.
this cycle.
No.
And then suddenly all the sound and the moves come back, and like the movement of this man struggling, and you feel yourself getting pulled away. And there's nursing staff and doctors and the lights are on, and it's more chaos. And you've been caught.
Yes.
What do you do?
I am going to struggle, lash out physically.
Okay, so there's an orderly that's holding you back,
Okay.
and let's see.
I'm going to fight and try to escape.
All right.
Oh, 7.
Oh.
Oh, barely.
I have a 2 volatile.
Scraped it.
Oof,
Scraped
okay.
it.
Oh, okay.
So you, so we can go, I'm thinking you are in your darkest self. You've become your darkest self while
Okay.
doing this.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And so you,
Yeah.
so as you are lashing away, you're like lashing at this orderly, they suddenly, the grasp loosens, and lets you go, but you feel yourself changing.
All right, in the hospital.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
So what do you do?
thunder out of the hospital on all fours.
You're skittering out.
Yes.
Do you jump through a window? Do you go down the stairs? Do you go?
Do you remember the unlocked door in the morgue?
Yeah, well, the way I came in.
Do you go down the chute where they throw the bodies? No, I mean like
The chute that they stole that threw the bodies.
No.
The TV
They
hospital.
throw the bodies.
Oh my god.
But how do you get
Do
down?
you rip out a water fountain and throw it through the
Yeah, like what do you
there
do?
you go.
What do you do?
I do? All right. Well, I guess I use my massive back feet and the claws
Yeah.
to rip my way past the humans,
Yes.
and then I go to the staircase and I jump down the center of the stairwell.
Ooh.
No stairs for me.
Ooh.
Right down that middle hole
Yeah.
till I hit the
Wow.
concrete.
And you do.
Boom.
Yeah.
And then I howl.
Oh.
You know, whatever the.
Yeah. Yeah, and you suddenly hear,
Dude, I'm-
Everybody
you.
hears it.
I think I'm like a direct witness to the whole thing. I was still out in the hall.
Yeah.
Oh
You were-
shit!
Yeah.
Oh shit!
So what do you,
past?
yeah,
You
what do
saw
you,
me go in, and then you saw me come out.
what do you hear?
I,
What do you
so, like I said, I waited 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And then I slipped out, and almost simultaneously to that I started to hear,
Yeah.
coding sounds coming
Yeah.
from inside the room. Right. So very quickly, some nurses are running down the hall.
Yeah.
And I can see Colleen barely, like hunched over this guy. There's a struggle going on. More people are running in. So I'm just kind of like standing there staring at all of this.
What is going on?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden I see an orderly flying back with blood trailing from his face.
Yeah.
And then I see this monstrous wolf creature come galloping out and then skid on the linoleum.
Yeah, with the nails.
Yeah, click a clack,
Hips going one way, shoulders
Yes,
going the other way.
Oh my god.
Did you feel anything from the man who was getting?
Yeah.
I think so.
What
yeah.
did you feel?
I felt something I don't get very often, which is a desperate clinging to life, a terror of primal terror.
Wow.
Okay.
How does that feel?
Losing connection. It's like taking a double shot of like some really strong whiskey. Just like
It's almost too much.
it's almost too much,
Yeah.
especially when you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
What do
So I
you
think that's maybe why I was like paralyzed down the hall.
Yeah.
I was just a little
Yeah,
overwhelmed.
Like hit with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then followed by all this like fracas
Yeah.
energy, like a lot
Yeah.
of adrenaline,
A lot of
fear, fight or flight,
Confusion.
and then I see Colleen go.
skedaddling.
Colleen Wolf.
So you go down the
Meadle.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so then what do? You are on like
I'm shooting out past the morgue,
Okay.
and I look through the window,
Oh.
as I pass by the morgue,
Oh, okay.
and I see you in there, and I see a bunch of other men.
Oh.
There's like 5 men in there, and I see you, and it's just out of my peripheral vision.
Oh.
And I don't even process the image; I just know that it happened. No, I don't.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So,
Oh.
goddamn. Thread upon thread upon thread.
It's Twin Peaks.
I know it is. Okay. So, Lucian, you suddenly, Miss Batillion is running up to you,
Yeah.
and she grabs you,
Oh.
and she's like, "What's going on?
So I kind of shake out of my reverie.
What happened?"
I don't know. Something.
So then she just pushes you against the wall,
Okay.
and she rushes into the room.
Yeah.
And so you hear her talking with the docs and
Yeah.
the nurses and the
Okay.
orderly. And the orderly is like on the ground, unconscious, bleeding.
Crap!
Wow.
Okay.
I gotta go back. Dude, you better die.
All right.
Well, is
so,
there a proviso, like if they recover from their injury, it's okay because they proved that they were.
Yeah,
it
the
wasn't their
proviso.
time,
Yeah, this is that it was a coma.
Yeah. He was already at death's
There's
door.
no
Yeah.
cell.
Plus, you had intended to kill him.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
true.
didn't.
That's true.
okay.
Okay.
So
So I'll step into the doorway and I'll just be watching this whole thing.
Yeah.
And I will be particularly watching Ms. Batillion at this very vulnerable point.
That's right. Oh yes, I'm
In
so
her
jealous
life.
of you. I can't stand it.
And she'll need a shoulder to cry on, someone to comfort her.
you're
In her time
intimidated,
of need.
but you're intimidated by her.
I know, but the
can be
condition
very
goes
attractive.
away when the character's suffering, it takes appropriate action to alleviate it.
Oh!
So I'm seeing her vulnerable. I'm seeing like
Where her vulnerability is.
Yeah, and I'm seeing that I might be able to come in and like, you know, offer some support to her, which would change her opinion of me.
Yeah.
And I would be less intimidated by her because I've seen her at her weakest moment.
Wow.
Well
That's
played.
the other thing that conditions are there for, is
Well
to
played.
drive your decision making, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, cool. So Maury, you hear this wolf howl. So what are you doing when you hear this wolf howl?
I thought I would still be just on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like on the second floor or
On the same floor
On the
as
same
the
floor.
Emergency room.
emergency? Okay.
Yeah.
So you hear this.
I'm taking over for this other person
Right.
who works there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what their shift
I mean,
was.
what
Yes.
Pauline saw might have just been an extension of the gazing into the abyss.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Might
Yeah.
not have even been.
Yeah, no, I
Been
know.
real.
From the past.
It was
when-
just a brief.
Yeah.
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 snippet.
Some insight.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So you hear this wolf howl. So what do you do when you hear this?
Oh wow.
Because that feels kind of triggering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That normally I would probably feel hunger, maybe
Really?
hearing that.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's strange.
Mm.
Like, I'm used to feeling hunger and wanting to find a body, right?
Yeah.
And but the feeling just goes away immediately after it starts.
Oh,
That's weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
And the wolf
So-
howl, does the wolf howl remind you of anything?
That time that I saw Colleen.
Time you died.
Yeah.
The time I died.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The first time?
The
And
first time.
I saw you kill too,
Uh-huh.
and you howled like that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you know.
So I remember that, and then of course my own death being torn apart by wolves.
But, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
what is
exactly.
that? How does that how do you manage that?
Ugh.
That feeling or that vision that you might get or feeling, or I'm not sure what would it be.
Yeah, yeah. So just for as soon as I hear it, I feel my human body being torn apart again.
Oh.
But it doesn't last long. It's just like a quick
Flash.
vision, And then
Do you feel it physically, like how that felt?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
What does it feel like?
Yeah. My yeah. Just the I tear flesh apart all the time.
Right.
now.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's happening to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
And it
weird.
yeah. And so one of my hungers is for vengeance.
Right.
And so I have this vision of my body being torn apart and knowing that it led to what I am now.
Yeah.
And then I just am overwhelmed with wanting to get revenge for what happened to me. So I want to go toward the howl
All
and
right.
get some revenge!
Ah, nice.
So,
Or at least pursue that hunger, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how do you? What is driving you? What is like propelling you to do that now? Like, how do you want to do that?
Oh, so let's say that I just pushed someone. I'm pushing someone into another room in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
And
Oh God.
yeah. Yeah. So no. I want to keep this job. So I'm going to say, "Did you hear that?" to the patient,
And they're like, yeah, I did.
and then I'm going to push the wheelchair, and I'm going to run the other way.
They're just like,
Poor
my
lady.
appendix.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a wolf howling at my appendix. Oh, fuck. All right, so
Unless they're post-op, in which case, like, I don't give a shit.
no, it was in the ER.
It's
So,
all-
Yeah.
so you hear
So I'm
this.
going to run toward the howl.
So where is it taking you?
Where is it taking me? Like toward the stairwell, I guess, right?
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so, do I see you? I
What do
think.
you do?
Let's see.
Do you?
I
You might see a
wish I had a layout
glimpse.
of the
I know.
That's okay.
I have a feeling that like there's like basically.
So she would have landed right where on the same floor where I am, right? Because the emergency room is always
Yeah.
on the first floor.
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, good. So I'm walking toward the stairs, and then I see you coming toward me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Did
On
see
your
more.
way to on your way out of the building.
Right? Is
Colleen?
that? How did you get out? Did you go out by a window or?
No. I just went out the back door.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so maybe
you
you
would have
see
had
the
to come
glimpse.
into the
I'm
stairwell.
Right.
To see me.
So
Oh,
I'm
okay.
seeing. I'm picturing. What I'm picturing right now
Right.
is you jump down, oh,
Yeah.
and then you're heading toward this morgue, right? So when you hear that howl, you're like, oh, and this flash of everything, and you say
Right.
that to the patient, and then you're just like, ah, I must follow it. And so as you may be seeing Colleen's like tail, or,
Oh yeah,
or
yeah.
hide,
Okay.
Yeah.
going through the morgue door.
Yeah. Oh,
So
okay.
is that what color is your fur? Is it gray?
Yeah.
So you see a glimpse of this gray fur tail
Yeah.
heading in that direction.
Oh, okay.
So does
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
clarify? Okay.
Okay.
So what do you do?
So I'm gonna yell at her, stop!
Oh! Okay.
Okay.
So you keep. So then what? So she doesn't stop.
No.
She doesn't stop. Okay.
No? Okay.
All right. So I'm going to run as fast as I can to
Right.
try to catch her.
Chase.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So so you get to the door, the morgue door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Open it. It opens.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with this place.
Oh yes.
So you head in. So what do you do?
Do I see the back door flying open?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So I'll keep running after her.
Yeah, so we're chasing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So outside.
But I don't know how.
in broad daylight.
uh,
So the hospital, I think, is near a park.
okay.
It's near, yeah, I'm picturing it near a park, and then there's like the main street that like kind of leads to the front of the hospital, but behind the park, like
Yeah.
behind the hospital,
Yeah.
there's like a park area,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a little bit more
Undeveloped.
forested.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's peaceful.
peaceful. Yes,
Until
But
now.
I'm assuming she's going super fast.
she is.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't think I can keep up.
Well, let's
Let's see.
She should
Yeah.
roll run away.
Run
I
away.
suppose, yeah.
All right.
That's me running away.
Yeah.
So I, think,
Oh,
I would
okay.
say run away and then like running toward.
Well,
So we can use run away for both.
All right.
Oh, but how would you resolve that? Usually it's just one roll. Because if you're going to have two rolls, that could be weird.
It might be, but we'll see what happens with this one, and then
But it
we'll
also
do...
could be like, I can see how it could resolve
Yeah.
each of those separately.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. If
So
it's a
because I'm
disaster,
viewing
we'll
it as
deal
like
with
a
it.
run away and a
Nice.
run toward.
Uh-huh.
So we'll start with Colleen's running away.
All right, I'm running away.
Okay.
Run away. Here we go. All right, that's a 7.
7.
Plus
No, 1
volatile.
plus 2.
Yeah.
9.
9.
Okay.
All right.
And then Morgan, if you want to roll, like it's run away, but we'll do
So
it
on a
as a run
7 to
toward.
9, you get away.
But choose one. Yeah. So we'll figure what those choices are. But we'll see if
Let's see
what-
if you beat me.
yeah,
Right,
see if you
yeah.
run. Yeah.
See
Okay.
what we got.
Let's see. Whoa! 11.
11.
Whoa.
So.
Okay. So
She's gaining.
okay, so getting to a safe place. Okay, we'll figure out what that means.
Okay.
So, Colleen, you
Yes.
you managed to get away, but you choose one of those things. So, run into something worse, you cause a big scene, which you've already kind of caused a big scene.
I have caused
Cause
But
an
you
even
could
bigger
cause an
scene.
even bigger scene, or you leave something behind.
Flip over a tractor trailer.
Oh my god.
What?
Or,
What are you thinking?
well, there's also, it's a busy day. And
It
there's
is.
like an ambulance, like,
Oh, yeah.
and you run and they swerve to not hit you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
maybe
if
they
they're-
clip me in the leg. Maybe they clip me.
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'm
just
slightly
was
wounded.
imagining it like
Running into
flipping
a light
over.
bulb.
Oh.
Or something like that,
Oh.
yeah. Something.
Or, I mean, running into something worse would be running into a vehicle.
Yeah.
Like, in a
Or
vehicle.
maybe the police are on their way already, right? Because
They heard there was a howl.
Isn't Sheriff Montgomery already here too?
He's
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
They may have called reinforcements. So
So do I get hit by a car?
you get to choose one. You
Oh, I
get
just
to
meant in
choose.
terms of causing a big scene, like
Right.
causing
Yeah,
like
causing
a
a big
giant
scene.
accident
I've
with
already
like
got it.
an
Got it.
ambulance.
Oh,
and
that'd be
stuff,
bigger.
all
But the
that
scene
stuff.
would be this. Yeah, that's a really good idea. But the scene would, Jen, the scene would, or Colleen, the scene would be even bigger. We
Right.
can make it bigger.
Yeah, all right.
Make it as big as you want.
No.
Explosions.
Yeah.
You never know.
The
Oxygen.
ambulance
Yeah,
blows
that's
up.
true.
Somehow the
And it's full
hospital
of babies.
explodes on itself.
Right.
You know?
Like it was
Monster
there. Monsterhearts.
Monster.
Sequence of demolition charges get set off.
What?
How did they get there?
I
We don't
don't know.
know.
Who knows?
We don't know.
But it's dramatic.
It is dramatic.
All right, so
Fell like building 7.
Colleen. Son of a bitch.
All right.
Colleen, what do you do?
I think it's causing a big scene because I run into something worse, which is an ambulance.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So they clip you.
Yeah, they clip me.
Okay, and so you
And
are
I'm injured. I'm
you're
injured my leg.
staggering to the forest.
Yeah.
Into the forest.
So mark a harm.
Yeah, mark a
Right.
harm.
Well, I guess maybe that's partially why Morgan's able to follow you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
because
Yeah.
of your highly successful
Right.
thing, you running toward is successful. So you get away to a safe place, quote unquote, but you get to where you want to be, which
Okay.
is nearly
Maybe
wounded.
there's even
where
a blood trail?
yes,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
So you get to where you want to be, which is confronting this
Me.
creature that's
Measles.
Yeah.
bleeding.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna have a confrontation.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right.
Yes. So that is what you're doing. So
Alrighty.
you are in this forest bleeding.
I'm in the
Yeah.
forest bleeding.
And
She
so
runs
the
up.
blood is gonna
Oh my god, the hunger.
I mean, I'm getting
Shit,
more.
the hunger.
So
The
my
hunger. The hunger.
my pupils, they do this thing where they just
They're blown.
yeah, like they take over the rest of my eyes. You know? Like in those photos that I sent.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those
Perfect.
crazy Japanese zombie movies. They're awesome.
Oh, I'm so
And
scared.
then the veins start to like erupt
Creep
on my
up.
skin.
Oh,
And
shit.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and I start baring my teeth.
Okay.
It's pretty,
Yeah,
ghoulish.
right.
Okay, so Colleen, you see this. What do you do?
I think it's tremendous time to talk.
So you're in your darkest self.
I'm in my
So
darkest self.
you're in your wolf hybrid. Are you in your wolf hybrid?
Yeah. Until it's daybreak. Until
Yeah,
the sun
yeah,
comes
until-
up.
And
Yeah.
what does it say?
Yeah.
Darkest self.
Dark,
Well, we've talked about this so many times.
terrifying wolf creature.
Yes.
Power and dominance earned through bloodshed.
Yeah.
If anyone stands in my way, they must be brought down and made to bleed.
But I don't bleed.
You escape your darkest self when you wound someone you really care about, or the sun rises, whatever happens first. Now the sun is up,
Okay.
so this is like
It's going to be 16 hours from now.
or so.
Yeah.
Or
Tomorrow
actually,
morning.
or if you wound someone you really care about.
Yeah.
Who
So
do I
speaking
care
of which,
No!
Omar pops up. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Shit.
suddenly
Uh-oh.
I'll split it with you.
there's
no. Literally.
Literally,
Yeah.
yeah. Unzip that bitch.
if you want to. Suddenly another wolf is on the scene.
Oh.
What? Who?
A wolf. It's
So
over.
it's Omar.
I'll let you howl.
Yes.
He heard the howl.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was probably lurking nearby, waiting for
Yeah,
you to come
probably.
out.
Of course it was.
Yeah. So suddenly there's another wolf on the scene. So we have a wolf hybrid and we have an actual wolf. And we have this ghoul.
We have a ghoul.
It's like, and
Ghoul
you're
and
in this strange
Ghoul flower.
confrontation mode, which we will
Yes.
get to in just a second.
Alright.
Back in the hospital room with
No, no, no.
Monster
Monster
again.
Hearts will return after these messages.
Honeycomb cereal.
Honey smacks.
No, yeah,
Dinosaurs.
kicks.
Yeah.
Kicks. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
And then they don't do drugs with the.
Oh,
the
right,
scream
yeah,
in there.
yeah.
Yeah, that one too. We have to throw that in there.
What was his
Yeah.
name? McGruff?
Oh,
Kinda.
yeah.
Yes. In his trench coat.
You got a right to say
Yes.
no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Take a bite out of crime.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. That was so
my.
80s.
Yes, supremely. So we're back in the hospital room
Right.
with Abuela and Rodriga.
Yes.
Mhm.
And Dr. Shirley is done taking her notes, and she says, "Okay, I'm going to talk to your granddaughter, and we'll figure out what's going on." So, Dr. Shirley pulls you aside to step out of the room, and she says,
Oh shit.
"Is there any other adults here that can make a decision about your grandmother's care? Because I don't know if legally you're allowed to do that."
Oh my god.
Oh,
And that's a
well,
big burden for a young person.
My father is gone on business. He's her son, and unfortunately, he's out of the country, so I don't think we have a way to reach him right now. But my grandmother's mostly lucid, and so I feel she's able to delegate. I mean, my father left me, to take care of her, and so
Right. So she looks very serious.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, the way everything that your grandmother described, it sounds like she had a major stroke. Now, I know she seems lucid right now,
Oh my god.
but these things can change over time. And that's why I need to have another adult here present to make a decision about how to proceed with her treatment. So if there's a phone number, if there is someone else, I know your father's out of the country, if I need that information. What do you do?
I'm sure my grandmother has friends who live in town.
Yeah.
But she's not a total shut-in.
No.
And certainly
No.
she spends a lot of her time doing... So I think, in fact, how we got here, we don't have a vehicle. It's probably
Right.
that a neighbor
Mm-hmm.
drove us.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And so I think giving her the name of our neighbor
Okay.
who lives next door and is a housewife, she's home all the time. Which is why she was here to give us a ride.
Right. Okay.
I think her name is Helen.
Okay. All right. Okay. So does she know about like you and your grandmother's practices or any of that stuff?
You know, I think that honestly, she had a lot of miscarriages before we moved in,
Oh.
and now she has twins,
Okay.
and so she doesn't really. She turns a blind eye, I'm sure, to anything that might make her feel a little uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you give her the number. You give Dr. Shirley the number.
Helen Treat.
Okay. Yes. And so she goes off to go do that. So, your grandmother's still in the room. So what do you do?
I'm gonna go back in there and sit with her.
Okay. So right before you do, a familiar voice rings to the emergency room.
Oh, shit.
And so, why are you giggling?
Go on.
It says, Rodriga, I heard about your grandmother. And it's Brad.
No!
Damn.
No.
Everyone knows.
Why is he here?
His dad
Yeah, his
probably
dad.
told him.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It's a small town.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
So Brad walks up. He looks concerned and handsome.
That's a bad
Handsomely concerned.
Handsomely concerned.
concern. Yeah.
Concernedly handsome.
Yes.
Yes.
And he looks like he just came back from like crew practice, you know? So
He's all sweaty and
he's
glistening.
a little he's a little buff.
He's
Oh,
swole.
and his really
Swole.
tight, like little like rowing polo
Yeah,
shirt.
yeah. And he has like his like little like Adidas like, you know, what are they called? The little trainer like you have a pair of those. You just put them on over the
Oh,
you put them on over like shorts. You put them on over like your warm-ups.
Oh yeah,
Thank
warm-up.
you.
Track pants.
Track pants. So he's like his warm-ups on over that. And
Jockstrap.
Over.
I haven't owned a jockstrap in a long time.
you not telling me something? Okay. So
When I go to the clubs.
Sure. What you do?
Yeah.
your secret life.
Yes.
So
Picking up some extra dollars
Oh my god.
in the cages.
keeping it feral. Okay.
That's right.
So
There's the
he's
bear club. Actually.
so he's wearing
It's called the bear trap.
There's a bear trap in
I'm sure there
in
is.
Great
I'm sure
Cliff.
there are many.
No,
bear
in
traps. Oh,
Great
yeah.
Cliff, there's a gay
There's-
club called the Bear Trap.
Well, there you
Okay.
go.
So
Canon.
Brad is wearing his
Imagining the
warm-ups.
name for the ladies' club, but go on.
What is it?
Salted clam.
I was gonna say the bear trap's across the street from the beaver dam, but
Oh,
Her name's Lizzie.
that's much more meaner.
Yeah.
it's true. It's true.
Okie dokies.
Wow.
Renee.
Fur.
A lot
Yes.
of fuzziness.
It's
Fur
a-
and
it's-
clams. Oh gosh. Okay.
So
Maybe the salty clam is like their signature cocktail.
there you go.
Perfect. There you go.
So he
Maybe it's salt water.
he's wearing his warm ups. He just looks
Clamato.
concerned.
Let's get back on Brad here.
I think we could like develop a drink.
I know.
So he's looking at you very concerned, but also a little nervous because the last time he saw you, he was like, "I'm in love with you," and you're like, "Bah!" And then he was like, "Oh," and he just walked away like,
I'll
"Okay."
kill you.
Honestly, though, the fact that something's really wrong with my grandmother,
Yeah.
and the doctor is saying that, you know, I can't help her, I can't do anything. I'm really upset. I'm really, like, concerned. Like,
Sure.
you know, I figured that we were going to come and maybe, like, she had to have a cast on or something.
Yeah.
Right.
But So I'm pretty sure that as soon as he comes up, I just dissolve. It triggers my hot mess
Yep.
condition,
Yep.
and I just burst into a waterfall of tears and fall into his arms.
Oh! So
Yep.
he's holding you protectively, and he says, "It's okay. It's gonna be okay.
Oh my goodness.
It's gonna be all right." So he's holding you.
Uh-huh.
How does that feel? What do you do?
I've only really ever had my grandmother as the person to fall back on, and since I didn't really have any other friends besides Brad growing up, and then we've had this rift for so long. It's been very lonely.
Sure.
And this is suddenly this first moment I think I'm realizing that my grandmother will not always be there for me.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think I'm just clinging, and there's snot in my hair.
Wow.
Getting tears all over his nice pillow, and it's
Makeup.
Hot
makeup.
mess.
it's the full there's the mascara
Yeah,
and
yeah.
eyeliner, but it's this full I think surrender to the vulnerability of
Yeah.
I don't know what to do right now.
Okay.
Sure.
So he's holding you protectively. He's kind of sidling over to the counter to get some tissues for you as he's still holding you. It's so he gives you some tissues, and he's let's sit down, let's sit down. And so the second you sit down, he jumps up and gets you a cup of water, and he's what's going on?
I don't even know if I have words for it yet.
Yeah.
I think it's probably just I start trying to
Right.
talk, and then it just comes out as choking sobs.
So he's
and,
it's okay.
more and more
He's-
tears.
Yeah, he's it's okay, it's okay. So he's just patting you on the back and just sitting there, and he takes your hand,
Aww.
and he's I'm not going anywhere.
Oh.
Wow.
So I'll put my head on his shoulder,
Okay.
and the crying just
Yeah.
even worse.
Okay.
What about your darkest self? Is this healing the darkest self?
No.
No.
I don't think
No.
it
Just
was.
What do you
get
need
my
to
dark
do
self.
to get out of
Has
it?
it been roiling? Has it been roiling since Monday, pretty much? That darkest self.
Well, so ever since I hexed Judy,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Offer peace to the one you hurt the most. Okay.
yeah,
That's close though.
Well,
kind of.
Judy adjacent.
It
It's
is
Judy
Judy
adjacent.
adjacent. Although this might hurt her worse.
But you may not be ready to do that yet.
Well, and also I think it's arguable. Who have I hurt the most? Is it Judy?
Right. We don't know
were you
yet.
close to
Well, we
Judy?
don't know
No.
yet.
Right, I know.
Oh.
So we
Cumulatively,
have.
we'll see.
I
Okay.
think we're closer to Brad than Judy, for sure.
In terms of.
Well,
Hurting?
she's been friends with Brad for forever.
Mm-hmm.
But she didn't hurt Brad when she said
No.
that they weren't.
No, it didn't work. It's the hex.
Oh, that's
kind of
right.
Yeah, I failed my roll.
Yeah.
That's right.
I wasn't able to successfully hex him.
And it kind of was
I just
bleh.
hurt his tender boy feelings.
Right.
a little bit.
Right.
He walked away.
Okay.
Rejection.
Right.
So we'll see who I end up hurting the most.
Yeah, exactly. It has yet to play out, but
Right.
we'll know.
But
So-
it's probably
Mhm.
on its way to turning around.
Yeah. So,
Before we get to the climactic fight,
Mhm.
can I just see how well I did with Miss Battalion?
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
What?
I know that.
What?
Wait, write down. Lucian must go
Lucian
down.
must-
Lucian must die.
Brad is going down. Lucian's going
I
down.
know.
Since I fully embraced my vulnerability and my hot messness,
Yeah.
then is that condition healed?
Yes.
Sweet.
Cool.
Yeah, I think.
I just don't
Something
even
was
care
healed.
how
Mm-hmm.
awful I look right now.
Yeah.
How much snot I've just gotten all over this
Right.
guy. It's stuck to my cheeks, my hair is like a nest.
Brad's been flying.
Oh yeah.
All right. So,
All right, so I've
all
I've taken
of
this-
you, Brad and Rodriguez shippers, enjoy the
Brad,
bounty.
Bradriga.
I love it.
I'm shipping it hard.
So, what were you gonna say?
I have removed Ms. Battalion to a
What?
waiting room area. You know, on the floor on the second
Really?
floor. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's set the scene really quick.
Okay.
Her
Go ahead.
Lest you forget what he's putting out. Pretty good
Go on.
stuff.
It's great. I just want to
that's
set the
great.
scene. I
Okay.
want to set the scene as the MC,
Right.
Right.
which is what I am. So,
Trying to reassert your dominance.
yeah, it's kind of trying to.
Perfect. Do it.
So, because this is a collaborative game,
Absolutely.
But you're still
I'm still kind of
Boss.
helping to facilitate a little bit.
right.
You're the proctor.
Yes. No! Okay.
First among collaborators.
Yeah, you're treating me like Captain Steve. There's no respect. So, he doesn't deserve. So anyway,
Yes.
you are... Basically, Miss Batillion is in the room with her brother.
Okay.
So you glean that this is her brother Mark.
Mm-hmm.
He is in a coma
Mm-hmm.
based on some injuries he received from an animal attack.
Yes.
Right.
They've stabilized him. So he's fine.
Okay.
He went through quite a shock. He went through
You
quite
still didn't finish the job.
Nope. And you can sense that somehow, Colleen. You can sense that it wasn't.
He's still alive.
Do you kind of respect the fact that he's able to like hang on this seriously?
No, I hate him. Now I hate him more than ever.
It's just an annoyance.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a thorn in my
So-
side.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So,
In your paw.
Thorn in my paw.
That's right.
so he's been stabilized. The doctors have kind of figured out like what the hell happened. They're talking amongst themselves in the hallway. They don't
Right,
really even know what
exactly.
the fuck happened.
And I'm just assuming she would have been removed from the room.
She
Like
wa-
one of the nurses would have been like, "Come on, come on." Like,
Yeah, as they were trying to stabilize him.
Exactly.
And then the orderly got up eventually, so they're not dead. And they're kind of like...
That would have
"Ooh."
been if you had decided that the MC decides how bad the harm turns out.
Right, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
So, that happened. So Miss
So-
Batillion's kind of standing with this nurse.
Exactly. So
Talking.
I was picturing that I would have been there
Mhm.
to just kind of like,
No.
like, come on, Miss Batillion, let's just walk down the hall a little bit here. We're just going like 2 doors down.
I don't want to go far from his room.
It's just 2 doors down. Better than standing out in the hall. We'll just be in the way. They need to
Stabilize
have
him.
access.
All right, what do
to the
you
room.
think to convince her to move?
Dude, I'm turning her on.
All right,
So-
let's do it. Let's do it. Roll with hot.
I give her my.
You are glowing right now.
I
Yeah.
am
He
glowing.
is. He's iridescent.
He's sparkling like
Mhm.
what's that movie?
Goddamn Twilight.
Yes,
Yeah.
goddamn Twilight.
Yeah.
Exactly.
My name is Twilight, and I am a
I'm
Dracula.
a Dracula.
Oh my god.
Does she have a string on me?
Yeah, I guess because of the
Condition
when she
inflicted.
intimidated
Well,
you.
she inflicted a condition on me, but did that give her a string as well?
Nah,
Okay, cool.
you're a student. Like, she
Okay,
doesn't really think of you outside of school.
great.
Well,
Let's
not
see
you,
here.
but
Mhm. Okay.
Come on, man.
Mhm.
Such a good dog.
All right, so I'm actually gonna roll hypnotic
Oh,
because I'm looking at her with my
Yeah.
steely gaze.
You want the
that's
dice tower?
right.
Wow.
Dice tower.
No.
No.
What the
All right.
hell?
So this is just with hot. We'll see if I live to regret that.
You will. Go.
All right.
You're disparaging the tower. Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's a 9. Okay, on a 7 to 9, the hypnosis works, but choose one. They realize exactly what you've done to them. They fuck up your commands, or their sanity is unhinged.
Ah! What are you gonna pick?
I got to go with unhinged sanity.
Yeah, you got to. You got to.
So I think that.
You're saying this to her,
Mm-hmm.
and so what do you think? What do you say? What else are you saying?
I just say, come with me. And I think, ooh.
What?
I think the unhinged sanity is that she's going to become obsessed with me in a
Ooh.
very unhealthy, unprofessional manner.
Yep.
She's going to put her
Wow.
career at
Yep.
risk.
Absolutely. It's gonna be one of those situations you see in the paper.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Like her
Just to
her,
think, Colleen, it
her,
could have been you.
her picture is
know!
up in the
Oh.
front page. The
Seething.
mugshot, the
So now Lucian
mugshot.
must also go down.
Infuriating.
Write it down.
it's
Times
already
2.
down. Yeah.
Exponentially. Circle, circle, circle.
Underline.
Arrows,
underline.
arrows,
Arrows. Yep.
Maybe like a star.
Star.
That guy.
Yeah.
Stars.
And this will be the incriminating document at the trial.
Just found on her locker.
this is your journal, ma'am?
No. Okay, so she listens. So she's looking at you as you're saying, like, what do you say? Like, come over here.
Like, so basically, like, I'm just, like, smiling at her, I'm smizing at her,
smiling with your
Smizing?
smiling with your eyes.
Yes.
Ah.
There's a twinkle in my eyes. There's little like
Almost
glowing,
like halo.
glowing hearts around my
Beatific.
face.
Halo effect.
You know, again.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
Beatific.
You know, the music kicks in, and
Oh, you're her knight in fucking shining armor.
That's right.
exactly.
Yeah. So
So I'm there for her at her moment, at her weakest moment,
Yep.
and
And
So
you're
she follows
stunningly
you.
attractive.
yeah.
and you're a handsome
I'm a
boy.
Incredibly handsome.
boy.
You're a handsome
I'm
boy.
a handsome boy.
Minor.
Minor, yes.
Hot
Exactly.
stuff.
So you take her over there. She's following you. And
Mhm.
she's just staring at you.
Yeah.
And she looks a little confused.
Mm.
Because you rolled a 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she looks. Wait a minute.
Well, no, they realize exactly what you've done to them is an option I did
No,
not
I know you.
choose.
I know you did not choose that.
Okay.
Which one did you choose?
Their sanity is unhinged.
Sanity is unhinged.
Yes.
So she does look confused, though.
It specifically says that hypnosis works.
It does work, but she can look confused.
Okay.
If you looked at someone and you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've seen this person for a long time,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
suddenly I'm like,
I'm looking at them and I'll hold it
Right.
away.
why
Yeah,
am
sure.
I?
Right. Exactly.
So, so yeah, so she looks a little befuddled. There, befuddled.
Uh-huh.
And very self-conscious.
Shit. Sorry, I just thought of the episode title. Take my breath away.
Yep.
All right, so I want to. So
anyway,
we're
so-
gonna kind of. Yeah. So what else happens?
We can just leave it off there because I'm tending to her and I'm erasing my intimidated condition.
That's right.
And now please go to the climactic battle sequence.
Well, we'll see. There's a discussion to be had, apparently.
Well, I don't
But
know.
Is it a
she's in
discussion
her
of
darkest
fangs
self,
and
so-
claws and
yeah. Is it a
etc.?
physical discussion?
Or is it is it a physical discussion or a verbal? So, these two wolves and a wolf and a wolf creature. You're confronted with this.
Okay.
Now, the wolf actually has a little emo bang. No, I'm kidding. So you know it's
It's like it
The wolf
tosses
has-
it.
It tosses
Yeah, the wolf's claws are painted.
they're black.
Black.
The black nail polish.
Black nail polish.
Okay, so
And it has like a
Funny.
spiked collar.
yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh my
Black.
god.
So you smell this blood.
An
You smell.
eyeliner. All right.
Yeah, and I like. So you smell this blood, the wolf's blood,
Yeah.
and you are seeing this ghoul. Now, Colleen, have you ever seen anything like this before?
Yes, when she don't we have that? Did
Um,
I hear you? I
you
saw
saw me
you
die.
rise again.
Yeah, but you didn't see me. I don't
I
think,
don't think I've
right
actually-
after
Yeah.
I was
No.
reborn or
I don't think so.
unborn.
I've never seen you in
whatever.
your full ghoul.
No.
No,
Nice.
I don't think so.
Oh.
So we're in like this dark forest. It's like the sunlight is kind of trying to come through the pine needles, but it's very like kind of dark
Sure.
in this little glen.
Yeah.
And so Omar the wolf is like growling, right?
Okay.
And he's baring his fangs at you
That's cute.
in front of Colleen.
Adorable.
So he's doing that.
Does Colleen know it's? I mean, I'm sorry.
Do you?
Does Maury know it's me?
I don't know.
I don't
Why
think
would
so.
What do you
Why
think?
would you
What do you
know?
think this is? What
All
are you
know
looking
is that
at?
All
this
I-
is the wolf that
exactly.
you saw before.
Right.
Or one of them.
Yeah.
And I was Maury was gonna say, your kind killed me.
Right.
Ooh, do you say that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you hear that?
Yes, I hear.
And what
that.
do you do?
Typical bad job of not finishing.
Well,
I
once
thought
it
you
started,
finished
I
the
thought
job.
I finished the job, and I
Something
fucked up.
something fucked with that process.
That's right.
What
the
was
red
it?
eyes.
What was it?
The red eyes.
Maybe.
The vision of the red
Yeah.
eyes. Occluded the whole situation.
She was dead.
Right.
But I mean, all intents and purposes, she was gone. You
Right.
knew that.
Oh. Okay.
But something
right.
fucked with that process,
And
and
I'm
that's why
thinking,
she's standing
I'm
there.
connecting it to the
The
vision
red.
that I just had,
Okay.
which involves the morgue and those red eyes.
Okay. So when she says that your kind killed me,
Right.
what do you do?
I want to attack.
Okay. So lash out physically.
All right. Slash out
All
physical.
right.
Let's do it.
But I'm hexed.
You are.
I'm hexed with the subtext. Always the wrong subtext.
Excellent subject.
I'm feeling like that's for like verbal
Less-
things. So when she
less-
says when she says your kind killed me, so how do you interpret that?
Yeah.
It confuses me, and whenever I'm confused, I lash out physically.
Okay, so you're just gonna like straight
Yeah.
up like okay attack. All right.
I
let's-
mean, there's no word. If I don't have my words, I got my hands.
yeah,
So
Got your claws.
yeah.
and then
So,
I have those too.
yes.
Right.
We're
It's
gonna-
go time, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So,
All right, here we go.
yeah. So
Come on,
flash
you
up.
son of a bitch. No! I got a 4 plus 2 is a 6.
What?
Do you have a +1 forward?
No.
Oh shit.
Oh.
No, I fail.
I
All right,
say
so
I
at-
might kick it over to Maury for her role.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Oh, okay.
so the so I want to just make sure we know what happens, why you hesitate.
Okay.
So but mark an XP too because you failed,
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
and so you feel this like I need to attack,
Yeah.
but something stops you. What is it?
Damn, I don't know.
You can think about it.
All right.
So you see this. You're feeling this tension in
Maybe
the air.
because I don't know what the hell she is.
Okay.
Like, I've never seen a ghoul
Yeah.
before, and I don't know how to kill her. And
You
I
did
don't know
think
what the
you
hell
killed
she
her.
And
is.
then there's no
Now she's
sense,
back.
right? That's
Right.
not one that's like alive. Like, I
Right.
smell
Right.
like maybe
Something's
like
dead.
rotting meat or something.
Right,
Well,
so
not
there's-
rotting, but you know,
Yeah.
not alive.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I
So
don't know
they
how that would smell.
refrigerated meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Like a steak that you get
Yeah.
out of the fridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when you go walk by the meat counter.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Just smells like.
Yeah, but probably not appetizing. That might
No.
be appetizing smelling too.
I mean, if you work next to a meat counter and you smell like the bucket of like the bloody rags and stuff
no.
at the end of the day, and
Chum
like, all that
bucket.
bleach and
Yeah, exactly.
coagulation.
Yeah.
All right.
Not
That's
that
a
you
good
would
reason to
know.
pause.
No.
It's not like their
Drawn from
drains
life.
don't, like back up.
Oh, Jade.
Ongoing problem.
No. Okay. So
Oh boy.
you're seeing these two things, these two creatures. So you hesitate.
I hesitate.
You see the creatures. You see this growling wolf and a half weird thing.
Yeah.
You say that to them.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I'm ready to tear them both apart.
All right. Yeah, baby. Okay, so let's
Interesting point, though.
go.
Oh.
Well, because they're technically human too.
But I don't know that. I just
No,
see
I don't know
I just
either.
see wolves.
I know.
You want to lash out physically.
I know.
She wants to cause harm.
I know.
Let's see how this goes.
I know.
No, I can't. Yeah.
What? Why not?
Oh,
So-
because of the hex.
Yes,
The hex.
right.
They're not human to me, right? And so,
They're part human,
Well,
though.
that's what I'm saying.
but
It's
wouldn't
kind
it
of
depend
like
on my interpretation?
it's a
Like,
gray
if
area.
I'm not seeing a human, then the hex wouldn't work, right?
It's
It's
protecting
others.
others from being
It doesn't
physically
say
harmed
humans.
by you.
Yeah.
Oh,
But you,
man.
but let's roll it and see what happens, and we're gonna play with to see like how.
Yeah, let's just
how,
play it out.
how this
Okay,
happens.
so am
Just
I,
roll
okay,
it.
am
So
I
you-
lashing out physically?
You
Yes.
feel like you want to lash out physically,
That's what
right?
you just
That's
said.
what you
Yeah.
said. You want to attack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
so
try it.
let's roll it and see what happens. And I'm gonna actually put a. What is your volatile? What's your volatile usually?
It is a 2.
Okay, I'm gonna reduce it to a 0,
Okay.
All right.
and so we'll see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. Ta-da! 6. And I have a +1. Would that help? I don't want to use it if it's not going to help.
+1 forward.
Yes.
That would make it a success. A 6 is a fail.
It
so
would be.
Oh, okay.
It would be, but here's the thing.
Here's the twist.
Well, yeah. So on a 7 and 9, you harm them, but choose one. I decide how bad the harm turns out. I'm gonna say there's a mandatory. I choose that.
Ah.
Okay.
So I reduced your volatile, like in terms of what this hex has done. I reduced
Right.
your volatile, and then
Right.
I decide how bad the harm turns out. So you don't really have a choice in your.
Or you could not spend the +1 forward right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just fail.
Oh, okay.
And get an XP.
And get an XP.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's up to you though.
yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. All right. So you're gonna get XP. So you
Yeah.
fail. Okay. So you hesitate.
Yes.
Yeah.
What does that feel like?
This is really strange.
Okay.
I'm
What does it feel like?
so accustomed to just following through with my instincts, right,
Yeah.
and my hunger.
Yeah.
There's never, I've never had anything, to slow me down or stop me. It's just, like I don't have things like guilt
right.
or emotion. You
Yeah,
know, like I
yeah.
just
Yeah.
there's hunger, I go for it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's not letting you. Like
Yeah.
you're not. It's not working right.
Right.
Yeah. So I'm really confused.
Weird.
Yeah.
Do you tie it back to like what?
Being a human.
Oh, maybe your humanity's coming up. You feel? Like,
I'm wondering. Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, is this what it used to feel like?
Oh.
You know?
But But there's also this like roiling again. I love that word. It's like this, like your stomach is churning, like you're hungry.
Yes.
Like
full vengeance.
Yeah, exactly. Because especially seeing these two, I'm sure again it's bringing up those feelings.
Exactly.
So maybe you get kind of like you're not able to act, but then there's also this impact of another trigger. So you heard the wolf call. And you felt like as though you're being torn apart again.
Yeah.
When you visually, like, when you see them.
Yeah.
What's another memory that comes up from your death?
Oh, I do remember seeing Colleen kill.
Mm-hmm.
Was I still human when I saw that?
I don't know.
I don't remember.
I don't
Okay.
think-
I sort of don't think so. Because I don't remember much from before.
I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Let's just
Oh,
go
okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I also feel a sort of actual, like a kinship.
Yeah.
A little bit. You know?
Connection.
Because I don't see other living beings, killing
Yeah.
very often.
Okay.
In fact, ever. In fact, maybe that's the only time I've seen that.
Right.
Ooh.
Right.
So.
Oh, that's clever.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm
That's
wondering,
good.
is that stopping me?
Ooh.
Because I do feel like we're
Mm-hmm.
There's an understanding.
we're like, yeah, exactly.
Right.
Yeah. What if they're driven by the same hungers that I have?
Can we
Nice.
turn that into a condition somehow? Maybe?
Yeah, let's
Since you failed.
put a condition on you. So,
Okay.
how would you describe that, Renae?
Ooh.
Or else maybe Colleen gets a string on Maury. I don't know.
I already got
She
three.
already had,
You're-
yeah.
You're good. Okay.
Jeez.
I'm thinking like I mean something it would
String
be
shot,
like
yeah.
a kinship with whoever
Killer
or
Kindred.
yeah.
Ooh, I like Killer Kindred.
Killer Kindred.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Nice job, Jack.
Good
All
job.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Your first condition.
Yay.
Yay. Also, did you mark your XP?
Oh no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
because you failed. Okay.
Yep.
So
So Killer Kindred, that means that I hesitate when
Yeah.
Yeah.
when it
You're
comes to
seeing-
werewolves.
You'll make an exception with fellow cold-blooded killers.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Okay.
well, that's good.
This is like the first time you're actually differentiating your prey, basically.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's
yeah,
interesting,
That's
yeah.
it's new.
That's new, yeah. A hierarchy emerges.
There's more than just prey.
Yeah.
That's right.
So to our listener, how metal is that?
Killer Kindred sounds like another single of Dumpster Wolf.
Yeah.
I can't believe we haven't mentioned Dumpster Wolf.
I know.
I mean, I was thinking about there were a couple earlier where I was like, nah, it's a little tame, little mainstream.
Killer Kindred.
Yeah.
So, Colleen, you see her
Yeah.
hesitate too.
Yes.
What do you do?
Shit.
Because Omar is Wolf. Omar is just growling still and digging into the ground, like establishing his ground, like
Right.
Yeah.
between you two.
So
Is there a way to see like that? I'm not stopping because of fear or intimidation or something. There's something else that's stopping me.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
Yeah.
like the same confusion I have about
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is
Yeah.
this? What's going on here?
Okay.
Yeah. We're both ready to
Right.
go down, but we're
Right.
not.
And we want to, but it's
Yeah.
not happening.
Yeah.
Is there any way to get inside what Omar's thinking in this moment?
You're connected to him.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yeah, let's see here. Yeah, you do have your souls are bonded. You have a connection
have
with a spiritual connection.
Right, and I can defend him
Yeah.
+1
Mm-hmm.
if anybody should attack him.
Right. So you want like a glimpse into like what he's feeling right
Yeah,
now?
just to round it out. Let's round out
Okay.
the scene.
Let's Well, you have a string on, Omar?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's use that string for you to be able to figure out
Okay.
what's
Oh,
going
right.
on.
Right?
So you can erase one of those strings. I guess by using it, right? Spending a
Yeah.
string.
Yeah,
So
spending
you
the
tempt
string.
you tempt them, give them a condition. I don't know. It's not like you're really pulling a string.
I just
Well, you can just
thought
say that
it would
that's
be
what...
interesting to
Okay.
look at his character in this
You're the
scene.
MC. You can say that that's what spinning
Okay.
a string does.
I can.
Yes.
All right. So
Don't let that rule sheet tell you what to do.
okay. So we will say that that gives you an insight. It's kind of like gazing into the abyss.
Yeah.
So why don't we modify that? So what your strongest werewolf trait is volatile, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we use that to kind of like gazing into the abyss, but like connecting with your soulmate.
Gazing into the...
Use the gazing, gazing into Omar.
The mate.
So, maze gaze.
All right.
So, or mate gaze. Jesus.
Mate gaze, yeah.
So we'll roll your volatile
All right.
and see what happens.
See what happens. I have an 8, adding 2, I have a 10.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
So that's clear, and
So
that makes
10,
sense.
yeah. So it shows you. So you have a very lucid idea of like what he's thinking.
Right.
So he is just like protect Colleen at all costs.
Right.
Like she's my mate,
Mhm.
and whatever this thing is that's between, like that is going to attack. Like I will do anything.
Right. He
for
doesn't
Colleen.
have the confusion that I do.
No.
So does he act on that?
He's still holding it. All of this
Right.
is happening like in seconds,
know, right?
So he's willing to do anything, and he's baring his teeth. I mean, he's like
Right.
salivating.
But since I haven't moved, does he?
He's
attack?
not yet. No.
Not yet.
Because he doesn't think that you're in harm's way entirely, because he feels like he's protecting you and she hasn't done anything.
Hasn't done anything. All right.
So you know, like he has your
All right.
back.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah,
All right. Thank you.
for sure. There's no confusion there.
Right.
Okay,
Okay. Good.
so what do you do?
What do I do?
Yeah.
My entire motivation at this point is running away, and this
Okay.
is a very annoying thing that's happening.
So let's run away. Let's try again.
Yeah.
So let's see if you can run
Away
away.
with me.
That's also that song from the friggin' saxophone. Anyway,
Whoa!
10
heyo,
Damn.
All
with
right.
a 2
Plus whatever,
volatile,
yeah.
so 12.
Well,
beautiful.
I'm like the wind.
Yeah. Where'd you go?
So you have this moment of recognition, okay, from this
Yeah.
Kill a
perspective.
kindred moment.
The
Yeah.
killer, and then
I love
vanish,
it. I love
and as
it.
quickly as So you vanish. So where's your safe place that you go to?
My little shack by the river.
Do you allow Omar to follow you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so they both just like skedaddle.
Skedaddle.
Oh, yeah.
They're out of there.
And I'm just watching, like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
How do you
so
make
my,
sense of
my
it?
pupils go shoop, back to normal,
Oh.
veins disappear, because there's no more vengeance hunger, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Drained
all
out of you.
muted.
Yeah.
It is muted.
And so
Yeah.
I'm just standing there, like, you know,
So
Oh.
suddenly a paramedic runs up
Oh.
to you.
yeah.
And he says, "Are you okay? I think we hit an animal, and I'm just looking for it here."
So was I, and it's gone now.
Okay.
So I guess.
Are
we
you
better-
okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Edie, are you okay?
This is triggering her. She's tossing
she
it.
is.
It's
I
fine.
know.
We're talking about dogs.
You know, she's like, I don't like this.
Oh.
All right, so he's like, all right, well, maybe you should just get checked out.
Okay.
Oh,
No.
Okay, so what do you do?
Well, actually,
Run
we're
away.
all alone. Is the paramedic all alone?
Yeah.
Oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah, I totally want to kill this dude and eat him.
Okay.
But I can't!
It's weird, right?
Yes!
It's weird, right? So what do you? How do
This
you?
is so perfect because I could have said it was the animal. I got away that they hit. You know,
Yeah.
you can't
I
attack
know,
them.
right?
So you have this feeling of hunger.
Yes.
Is it the genital hunger or is it the vengeance hunger?
That's a good question.
Hunger inside.
Both. Yeah. Let's say
Both.
both.
Two-fer.
Either. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah,
Because I suddenly feel like I can't kill him.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like someone's putting
Like,
you on a diet.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden,
Yes.
all the things you never want them to eat
Oh,
sound
yes.
like really good.
Yeah.
So
It's a craving that I
Yeah.
can't. You know.
I'm feeling also it's like when you pick up a pencil and your hand's asleep, like you can't really.
Oh yeah.
What? It's kind of this weird feeling, like I don't know what I'm doing, like.
Yeah.
So you're just staring at him. What are you doing?
Yeah. I'm trying to make myself want to.
Right.
But yeah, nothing's happening.
Oh my
right?
god. Oh my
Okay.
Like
god.
the usual physical manifestation of
Yeah.
attack.
Yeah.
They don't manifest.
And so, what are you doing, like physically? What are you?
So
like,
I'm doing something weird with my hands. Yeah.
It's in front of you, like a weird, like a weird Barbie doll,
Like
like.
I'm trying to get my claws, you know?
Yeah.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to get my eyes to change so that I can
Yeah.
zero in on my prey,
Yeah.
you know? And nothing's
Goodness.
It's been a
happening.
lot of excitement.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's been a long day. This
been a
happens
lot.
to every ghoul. Just don't.
Sooner or later.
It's fine,
Every
it's
boy and ghoul.
Yeah, every ghoul happens. So he's looking at you and he says, actually, maybe you should get checked out. So he's like, come on, you're coming with me.
Oh,
All right.
So
Don't
back
worry.
down to the hospital. And so we will close the episode with
Okay.
That's the hospital episode. We can talk more about like what actually happened. I'm going to do a little epilogue here.
Okay.
Okay. We're not going to do next time on?
We are.
Oh, okay.
But because
we got an epilogue too.
we do have a little mini epilogue because Nyx was not in.
Oh.
And I know he's not able to play, but I want to set up a situation here. So
Okay. Has he died and we have to retrieve him from the underworld?
Yeah.
he ate too many pomegranate seeds
That's
and he's gone.
6
No.
months.
Yeah, it's a while. So no. But where we'll hone in on where Nyx is, you know, he doesn't have a home anymore.
That's right.
That home has been actually sold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And in the
Wow.
past couple of days, he hasn't had access to this home. And he has the same guidance counselor as you, Lucian, who connected him with a homeless shelter to stay at while he's figuring out where
For
he's...
youth and family.
It's for youth and families, yeah.
Oh my.
So as he's setting up his, you know, getting his little space set up at the shelter, one of the managers or coordinators there, like case coordinator, comes up to him and he says, well, Nyx, actually, we have a family who's willing to adopt you for the time being, and they can foster you for a while, you know, as we try to find like a guardian for you. And who steps up but Arnold and Sally Blank, Rachel Blank's parents. And they are smiling at him, and they look like fucking vultures. And we will zoom out on that.
Oh wow.
Oh my god.
I need to get in a study group and get to that house.
What is going on at that house? So,
I can't feed on the dad. Dang
for now.
For now.
All right. So next time on Monsterhearts.
Sorry.
Colleen. Next time on Monsterhearts.
Next time on Monsterhearts, shit. I'm walking down the hallway leaning on Omar because my leg is still injured even though I'm in human form.
Ooh. Good.
Will anybody
Rodrigo.
figure that out? I don't know.
I don't know.
Um,
Next time.
Rodriga is lit by candles.
Ooh.
Looks like she's naked, but her hair is covering her.
Nice.
She has a black cross on her face.
Oh.
And she lifts a dagger and brings it down, and it goes black.
Yes. Maureen, next time on Monsterhearts.
Oh yeah, so I'm in the hospital still.
Yeah.
My Candy Striper outfit in palliative care. You know, someone is
Oh my god.
they just died.
Yeah.
And how metal is this? I usually beat on them. and then sew them up myself. You know, yeah. But I can't do it. And so I leave a room really angry. I go down to the morgue. I open a drawer.
Yes.
For a body.
Yes.
And I can't feed on it. Right? Is that right?
We
I
don't
can't feed on
know. We don't know yet. We're not sure.
So you're
Oh, yeah.
contemplating it.
Yeah,
Right?
and so I go to the next drawer and I open it up, and then the next one, and I start opening all the drawers, and then I finally fall in the middle of the floor and like, what is happening to me?
That's brilliant. All right. I love it. Next time on Monsterhearts, Lucian.
I'm in homeroom,
Yes.
You're in homeroom.
and Miss Batillion walks past my desk and drops a note onto it. And I open the
You
note.
go out with me, yes or no?
Well, I open the note and read it, and although the viewer cannot see what the note says, my face looks scandalized.
Scandalized!
It's
Whoa!
Sorry, Lucian looks scandalized.
Yes!
Yes,
It's that spicy.
it is that spicy.
Wow.
Oh my god.
I'm curious.
I know. I know. I'm like,
I
what?
said she was gonna put her career at risk.
I know.
Yeah.
No, I'm just like,
No, no.
wow. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm
Well,
intrigued.
very much so. Well, thank you very much,
Right.
everybody. Thank you. Yay.
All right, next
Good.
week's Spring Fling finally.
Yeah.
Next week, a
Spring
spring fling will happen. Come hell or high water. And if you're
Okay.
not here for whatever reason, we will figure out a way to augment
Tough
that.
donuts.
Well, tough donuts, and we will
Donuts.
figure out a
Little
way to.
video conference you in.
Yeah. I know, from your sick bed. Oh my. The delay on that is
It's just
so...
like all the credits rolled, and then it's just like a clip of like Lucian like walking away slowly.
Yep.
Just talking.
Yep. Exactly.
Is that just like a constant of the
It's a
saxophone?
full hour of it, yeah.
Yes. That same loop. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
Sometimes you need that.
Yep.
You
Sometimes
do.
you do.
It's true.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah, and that time
If
is
you're,
now.
if you're doing like Crowleyan magic rituals or
Oh
something.
my god.
Yeah. You need to like, transcend your
Right.
normal existence.
Yeah. All right then.